time for a new campaign. Hooray!
Yay!
Yay.
And we're going to be trying out the Slayer's D20 game, which I've run once before. And I actually, the group I played it with we had a lot of fun with it. It's my first time trying to run it online, so we'll see how this works out. I am joined by the same crew that was in the Feng Shui game, which is Skitch, Michael Skitchiano, Nick Wirelo Time Freeman, Eric Carlson, and Word on the Wind. So before we start, why don't you guys give everybody a quick sort of synopsis about who your characters are, as much as you're willing to share at this time. If there's stuff you want to hold back, that's fine. So we'll start with Eric, because why not?
Okay, I'm playing Zarkov, a half-troll human mix. He was a heel in the Sarun Fighting Federation for a long time, but saw the light and is now a warrior of justice, and goes out to fight for truth, justice, and the Sarunian way. He's about 7 feet tall, 300 pounds, a big slab of green meat with dark green hair. Doesn't bother wearing a shirt. Wears big iron gauntlets and a red scarf. Because all heroes wear red scarves.
Oh, well, you stole that from me. We'll see what happens in a second. So,
All right, Nick, why don't you go next?
my character is Leonard, who is this guy. He's a timid traveling merchant who happens to sell cheap weapons to people in the towns that he comes to. But in reality, the weapons are things that he has confiscated from the bounties he has collected. He travels around as his alter ego, the Crimson Shadow, who basically what he does is he flips his cloak around into a cape and then puts a big long red scarf around his neck to hide his face that trails behind him. And he's this dark, intimidating figure who goes out and collects bounties while doing internal monologues about how great he is. The thing is that outside of that and intimidating people with his reputation and the fact that he just, came out of the shadows to beat them up, he really has no confidence in any social aspects. So if you actually engage him on any personable level, he gets really shy.
All right, Skitch?
My character is Jaxi Zanas. He is a Fox lore master rogue. His background is that I hadn't really decided specifically what region he grew up in, but he basically was close enough in range to Zarkov and the fights that happened there to have met Zarkov, strike up a relationship, and decided to, by means of his waves with words, to act as Zarkov's manager while he was still an active fighter. After which, when Zarkov decided to become a warrior of justice, Jaxi decided to stay along, partially because Zarkov was his best friend at the time. Zarkov provides protection to him, since Jaxi is about what? Double checking information here, Fox people are about 4 feet tall at most. So, and so he's notably shorter, and they sort of complement each other in how they do things. Also, I think Jaxi is more or less the dedicated cook for whatever Zarkov needs to eat, which is how frequently, Eric?
I have the Slayer's version of Improved Fortitude, so all the bloody time.
Yes.
All right, and Word.
I am playing Engrim, last name not revealed. A beautiful woman who apparently has been fused with a dragon at some point in her life, who is inclined towards the magical arts and is very set in how she perceives people. She has for those that she respects, she's willing to let many things slide. But for those that she does not, well, that's a problem for them, not for her.
Oh dear. Right.
I love CJ47's little comment. Hello, Ms. Not Revealed.
I was going to say, also as a side note, on the token, Jaxi's token may look like Gillis, and that's because that's the only decent Fox person I know of who has decent pictures from the show. Also, Jaxi does have an eye patch on. No, he does not need to wear an eye patch. He just
So he switches it around occasionally.
Yes, it will switch around
this
between
guy's getting
jump
tired.
sets. Basically, when the animation team forgot which eye he actually had over, it would just jump from eye to eye.
Just because it might be confusing, the small things sticking out of the side of Engrim's head are her fins, as the one blatantly obvious sign that she has been fused with a lake dragon.
She is a dragon human chimera, yes.
Yes.
So we got half troll, fox beast man, half dragon, and a plain boring human.
Yes.
There's always one.
So, yes. Where things start off is in the mountainous regions of the world. There is a small village which is currently being harassed by a bandit gang. I forgot to name them. So,
The Frito Banditos.
no. We're going to go with the Black Talon gang because why not?
Talon Company.
Fair enough.
Because this gang is oh so important.
They've been given an important name.
The Wet Bandits. That's right.
They're operating out of a ruined temple up in the mountains. And our heroes, or whatever you might want to call them,
Our protagonist.
our protagonists, yes.
Our focus character.
I'm a hero. Jaxie's a hero, sort of. We're definitely heroes.
I'm polite, so that makes me a hero, right?
So our protagonists are starting off. The question is, where are you guys starting off as a group? Where do you guys want to end up having met up? My two thoughts are either in the village or on the. You happen to run each other on the path up to the where the bandits are camped. If you want to handle it that way.
My assumption has the village already been heckled and sort of ransacked a bit.
Oh yeah, the bandits have hit the village at least. It has definitely been.
Okay. My assumption would be meeting either at or near the tavern, and most likely what would happen is, depending on the state of the kitchen, Jaxie would be taking it upon himself to do the cooking.
All right, that's
So you
Since-
want to meet the tavern.
You all
We
start in a
might as well
tavern.
go with the cliche.
I'm okay with
It's
that.
Slayers.
It's also a lot of the initial, communications and such in Slayers happens around the dinner table with the disproportionately large portions of food.
Yep.
Am I the only one that took great fortitude?
No,
Okay.
hopefully no.
I haven't yet because I need other feats first.
Okay.
You're a spellcaster.
So basically, there'll be a giant pile of food in front of Zarkov, and everyone else has reasonable portions. Gotcha.
Engrim actually has a very small portion because she doesn't need as much food as other people.
And before you ask, yes, inexplicably for some reason, Jaxie has like an adorable chef's hat on whenever he's cooking and serving, along with like an apron. Because just as a reminder to the chat, one of the feats that my character has is cute, which means that my character just looks cute all the time, which makes it hard for him to be intimidating, but
Engrim, on the other hand, is beautiful. So she is well received in most social situations, but actually making any attempt to hide is damn near impossible.
Leonard has a very forgettable face. he's
Zarkov has
some
5 ranks and performed villainous monologue. So,
so shall I attempt to make a feast for these people here?
All right, so you start off at you're in the inn. You're in the tavern. When Zarkov announces how much he wants to order, the chef, the innkeeper sort of pales and is sort of
Right.
like,
I'll interject. If it really matters much, I usually cook for this guy. If you let me back in there and just give me free reign, I'll make sure that he's all taken care
oh,
of.
he's very, very good.
well,
Look.
if you're willing to help out and cook in the kitchen, I'd definitely be willing to give you guys a discount on the food.
Oh, that would just be great. By the way, if any-
Zarkov's arms are raised over his head in victory.
Yes, that'll be just fine. Just, we'll make sure that nothing bad happens here, and I'll make sure that your kitchen puts out more food, and it's all just be fantastic. Trust me.
So a 32 on your diplomacy check,
Yes.
since this does pertain to cooking. Okay.
All right.
This is where Jaxie
Oh,
thrives.
did my Skype explode?
I'm not sure I do. Do you hear us, Eric?
Yeah.
I can hear you, Eric.
Anyways, afterwards, Jaxie's just sort of like hops and
Gloves.
slides over the
There we go.
over the counter onto the
All
other
right.
side to work his way to the kitchen, and setting down his backpack to pull out a disproportionately large amount of particular pots and pans that he uses when cooking.
Yep.
So,
Hurrah for hammer space.
and he gets to work.
Hey, he's
Oh, look at this!
Holy Jesus!
Damn.
Critical cooking.
all right. Well, Les Cuisine indeed.
Yes. Basically, like you'll see the small fox person who stands barely taller than the counters and such, just sort of
Flying
getting
around the
to-
kitchen.
Exactly.
Intaro cuisine!
Knives a blur.
Yes.
All right. Yes. So the actual chef is standing there dumbfounded, watching you,
Well, this is-
and trying desperately to be even semi-helpful as a sous chef for you at this point. But given how well you rolled, you don't need much help,
I was hoping I was gonna at least have a good opening with my skill check.
and you did indeed.
Quantity and quality.
So food starts being brought out to Zarkov. The other two of you are in the tavern, having ordered food. You notice that you notice this all going on, and you notice the small foxman wandering in the back, whipping out an adorable chef's hat to whip onto his head as he's headed back.
well, this is interesting.
Yeah, I'm pretty much shoveling food in my mouth as it comes out.
Okay, so at this point, Peter, how aware of the situation in town are we? Have we just seen like the devastation, or do we know exactly what's going on?
That is entirely up to you.
Okay,
My-
I am
my-
going to, since the innkeeper, I assume is, I guess, kind of not occupied.
At the moment, no. He's sort of
All right.
looking on. He's looking kind of befuddled at the moment, but kind of happy.
All right, I'm going to wave him over and get his attention.
Yes. How can I help you, sir?
Listen, I'm just traveling through, and I noticed that there really doesn't seem, well, to be much order around here at the moment. Has something bad happened?
Well, yeah, we've been having some trouble with the Black Talon gang up in the mountains.
Oh,
Yeah, the local watch does the best they can, and some places are better off than others. They don't do a lot of damage to the inn, mostly because when they show up here, I give them free food and booze because it's either that or they wreck the inn.
What is this?
So-
Puny villains are sitting here wielding vile wills against bad at this. Bad guys are here.
Well, they're up the mountain in the ruin. I think they're, from what I've overheard, they're up in the mountains somewhere.
okay.
Mecca, have there been any kind of posters put up, like in regards to reward or mentioning where they're staked out?
Not a lot yet. Largely because that would involve the town standing up for itself a bit more than it has.
Fair enough.
I mean, bandits is general. Sort of, there's a generic bounty on bandits that if you basically bring in bandits, usually there's a reward for it, just as a general rule of thumb.
All right. But no one knows where they're actually located specifically, just generally.
Yeah.
No one has said yet. Just that they're from up in the mountains
Where's-
somewhere.
Out of curiosity, where's Leonard out in the main room? Is he anywhere near Zarkov at the moment?
I'm at the end of the bar.
Okay. Yeah, basically at one point, you see Jaxie kind of come out with a a pretty decent plate of various meats and vegetables and sets in front of Zarkov. It's like, okay, that's your appetizer. He sort of scans the bar, sort of points out. Leonard,
Yay! Ow.
it's like, you want anything, by the way?
Oh, just um, you know, food.
I suspect that, but anything in particular? I mean, I know what he wants, but
Well,
Engram is going to stand up and approach the two of them. I think he would go well for a steak at the moment. I would like one as well if you'd be so kind.
sure. I got a few coming up. How do you like them done?
Oh, I prefer mine well done.
Okay. Let it ride. And you? I like your steaks done. Points over to Leonard.
Is he too busy nosebleeding?
yep.
I get it. Raw for you.
Rare, but roughly. But
Fair. Yep. He's gonna need
Fine.
the blood.
Fine. Oh, that's right. Human. Supposed to like stuff raw. Rare. Okay. Back to it. The Jackson just sort of meanders back to the kitchen to get back to work.
Wait, what?
He just has an anachronistic food processor back there.
that was just me being silly. Sorry.
Engram is going to return to her seat and motion Leonard over.
He does not move.
She smiles in kind of a mysterious way, I suppose.
Why is she looking at me?
Well, it's not your looks.
No.
Just as a reference, she is carrying a staff, so she looks pretty clearly like a spellcaster.
I think you should go talk to her.
No. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Zarkov.
Hi.
Hello, I pick you up, I put you down on the table next to her, and I sit down at the table also.
I thought you were actually saying that. It's like, that's part of my business. I pick you up, I put you on the table, then I jump on top of you, and then you float as the table breaks.
That wouldn't be a very face thing to do.
Zarkov just starts doing backstage Ryback promos.
He's just flexing the background every time people are talking.
Do you actually do that?
Yes.
Oh God.
Well, he's currently eating, probably, but although I guess he could be flexing while eating.
Yes.
So I take
So-
it you two are here because of the bandit activity.
Sure, okay, yes, we're gonna go and we're gonna bring vile, horrible justice to visit upon their weakling flesh. I mean, yes, we're gonna stop them.
And I assume that your little friend in there is also involved in this?
Sure, Jaxie comes with me. We go everywhere together.
Sounds good. Companionship is a very wise thing to have in these travels.
He's my most trusted minion. I mean friend.
Minions are nice to have, aren't they?
Leonard is hesitantly looking back and forth between them as they talk.
So what brings you here, my ever quiet and shy friend?
Would you like a dagger? I have daggers for sale. Daggers. Would you like a dagger?
No, thank you. I don't have much need for one.
Perhaps you would instead like a stick. No, wait. No one likes to buy a stick. What am I saying? Armor. I have armor, and I'm pulling like a set of armor out of my bag of holding.
Everyone invested in pocket space equipment.
Of course they did.
Everyone can use additional protection in this dangerous world in which we live.
This is a very interesting sales manner, I must say.
Thank you.
Oh god.
Oh, leave it to Nick to steal the show with awesomeness.
I miss what Nick had.
Just as
He got
Just
forced
keep
into
watching, you'll get the
conversation.
idea.
What is it?
He got forced into a conversation, and he doesn't want it to be in.
Oh, he basically went into his own bag.
He
holding-
was immediately placed outside his comfort zone right off the bat.
Right.
His comfort zone, aka nowhere near Engrim.
After a few more moments of this, Jaxie leaving the kitchen, now for some reason having like an apron that for some reason looks a little frilly on him, walks over to the table holding a plate of 3 steaks in one hand and then just sort of
Yes.
dishes them out to the appropriate people.
yes, you notice
Excellent.
you notice
And I
that
start eating the
yes,
steaks.
you do notice that
What do you get for them.
What? What was that, Peter?
sorry, Eric, what did Eric say? I'm sorry.
Eric?
Excellent. I start devouring the steaks. What do you get for them, Jaxie?
Those 2 of those steaks were for them, champ.
You put down a half-eaten steak and gently put it on the plate and push it over.
Well, yours was probably just medium rare. Clearly, one of them is undercooked and one of them was overcooked to your satisfaction. So hopefully you did finish your first steak before you got started on the second.
But anyways, yes, you'll notice that Skips that Leonard is sitting, I think, bordering on petrified at the table with Engrim.
Yes.
Jaxie sort of tilts his head and his ears flits and was like, "Is something the matter there?"
I get the impression that he's the shy type. Isn't that right? And I'm going to extend one finger and lift his chin a little bit.
Leonard grabs his steak and says, "Oh, I just remembered I have somewhere to be," and bolts out the door.
He runs. He runs, drippings
He's
from the
left his
steak.
he's left his payment on the table.
I wasn't even asking him to pay me or anything, but oh well. Scrap the money, just put it in the pocket.
Took his plate. He stole the plate!
Maybe he paid for the plate.
We'll leave some money behind for the innkeeper. They're giving us a discount anyways, champ.
Still, it is definitely an act of villainy. It should be punished.
You're not gonna do any punishing on an empty stomach. You still need to eat.
That's true, yeah.
Right. So.
So and then Jackson just sort of goes back into the kitchen.
The innkeeper is looking completely befuddled by all of this.
So, obviously he's working for the bandits because he stole. So, once I finish eating, we should head out and visit righteous truth upon them.
Well, he seemed to run away from the mountains, whereas the bandits are located in the mountains.
It's all a ruse!
He ran out the floor.
I'm going on the assumption that the door leads away from the mountains.
Well, it leads into town somewhere, so.
Into town, not the mountains.
If he really wanted to head to the mountain, he would have made a beeline straight through the wall.
Exactly.
And Zarkov's like, no, yeah, that makes sense to me.
Doors are for faces.
And non-Kool-Aid man.
Very well.
And non-shock masters.
Eh.
At least somebody got it.
So, what else is happening?
Well, I assume that you three aren't done here, but once I'm out the door and I've finished my meal, I'm going to get in the guise of the Crimson Shadow, and I'm going to scope out known places that the bandits have been so that I can find something to track them with.
Okay. Sure. You can hit up a few of the stores and such, and you can give me a tracking check whenever you want.
All right. I should have actually made a macro for that. Damn. Oh well. It's this. I found it.
Yeah, you did. You find a trail that seems to be heading back up into the mountains.
Okay. I will begin to follow it.
Okay. So, while he's doing that, what are the rest of you up to?
Well, I finish eating and we pay. And obviously the thing to do now is to track down the bandits.
Okay.
I'm
Justice
assuming
will lead the way. I start heading towards the mountains.
One moment, good sir.
Okay.
I'm assuming Jaxie's also at the table at this point.
Yeah. I'm still kind of like cleaning up.
All right. Engrim is going to reach into her cleavage and pull out a crystal ball.
Okay.
Okay.
And she's going to focus on it. And this is I'm basically going to take 20 on a scrying check to find the exact position of the bandits.
All right.
What else you got in there?
Plenty.
All right. So what is
Champ, eyes up.
Right.
So what is your divination check with with all that plus 20?
My base score in it is 8. The crystal ball gives me a plus 10, so
38. Okay.
Yeah.
That's Azul. Yeah, pretty much.
Handy haversack, actually, but yes.
All right. I just need to quickly double check the rules on divination. Just give me a.
Nearby.
Let me read word. Let me just read it myself. So
Okay.
it's easier for me if I read it.
All right.
All right. Da, 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 da. All right, you got a 38.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll tell you rough. It won't get you the literally exact position, but you know which mountain pass to take to get up to there.
Out of curiosity, can I do a lore master knowledge to try to see if I can infer any basic information about the gang itself?
Yeah, sure. Just one sec. So word. What you're getting on the scrying is that they are currently. You can sort of get a rough scry of their rough location. It's out in the mountains. It's in what looks like a ruined temple.
All right.
And you know roughly what direction it's in, so you know which path to take up to it.
Fantastic. I will relay this information to the other two.
All right. So Sketch, you said you want to make a lore master check.
Yep.
All right. You can make it on. So 20. All right. So
Yeah.
And that gets you up to what? I forget.
That's, I think, the second tier of information.
That sounds right. Yeah. Well, they're not a very well-known bandit gang. They're kind of, small fry.
Mm-hmm.
Should actually make
Yeah,
a note of
uncommon
my
but
own.
available known only by a few people in the area.
Yeah, that you should be able to get information on them. That.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're a small fry gang. They're relatively. They're relatively not. I mean, they're a relatively new gang. They're sort of. They're sort of made up of remnants of some other gangs that have been smashed over the past few years of in sort of the general vicinity area. People have fled away from other gangs that have been smashed by various bandit hunters.
They shouldn't be. So
Of
they
various
shouldn't be too much
various
of a challenge.
levels of physical / magical potency.
Right. They shouldn't be much of a challenge for Zarkov, from what I'm kind of loosely inferring.
Yeah, Zarkov should be able to handle most. Should be able to Zarkov can definitely handle any of them one-on-one
Alright,
without
so-
breaking a sweat.
So,
At least from what you've heard.
Jackson will sort of nod a little bit. It's like, well, given what they're doing around here, chances are they shouldn't put up too much of a fight, depending on how we take them on. But obviously, a better tactic would be more advantageous. And Jaxie takes the apron off, but still has the chef hat on at the moment while he's still finishing cleaning up.
Or the tactic would be to what now?
Hmm?
I didn't catch all of that. I'm sorry.
Basically, Jaxie was just sort of indicating like they shouldn't be too much of a trouble to deal with, but any tactics we can use to make things advantageous will be obviously preferred.
Right, we burst straight in the front door and declare our intentions.
It's don't get
You're
too
right.
far ahead of
Can't-
yourself.
Front door. We'll do it from on top the highest wall. Yeah. Yep, that's what we'll do.
Engrim is going to be making small laughs that she's covering with a couple fingers.
Okay.
Zarkov is just like, and then the pyro will go off, and
My theme song will play. It'll be great.
Now, in any event, we know the best path to take. I imagine we can figure out a more solid plan once we arrive.
It's decided. As soon as Jaxie's finished cleaning up, we'll go.
Just as a note, if there are any tomes related to the magical arts, I am certainly interested in those and request priority.
Jaxie?
We can decide. We can deal with that later on. First things first, we should probably be making sure that these bandits are not going to be a threat to the town anytime soon. So,
Right, we must visit a terrible punishment upon them for their vile acts of vileness.
All right, so you guys are headed up that way.
Yep.
I think that should be just fine. Yep.
All right.
Everything's like all packed up and he's off and ready to go.
All right, so you all set up on the trail up the mountainside. And as you are traveling up, Nick, are you trying to be stealthy on the way up or anything like that?
Let's say yes.
Okay, then probably if you have those skills.
Best to be approaching the enemy stronghold without going, I'm here! So, yeah.
Unless you're Zarkov, yes.
So you want me to make a high check?
Yeah, hide, move silently.
Okay. Well, let me get the second one ready real quick. Move silently, that is not as high, but still pretty good. Okay.
I like how people are recapping what we are, and people are just assuming Eric's playing in order.
Ooh,
to be
wow,
Eric.
double fours.
Oof.
Not
Well-
my best rolls.
No, but you're reasonable hidden. You're well hidden enough that you notice that the that the three people from the inn are moving up the path the path you are following, since the bandits seem to have followed this particular path. They're moving up it, and well, you can definitely hear them from further away than you can see them because Zarkov.
The bizarre strangers that the Crimson Shadow encountered at the tavern are on their way as well. They will surely pose a challenge to his bounty collection.
Did you hear something?
The Crimson Shadow remembers to whisper this time.
By the way, you took a plate.
Well, you guys don't actually hear him that well this time.
Aw.
Not well enough to recognize. Not yet. All right, so you are moving up the path, and you're getting closer. You should go over to the Mountain Pass map and copy your tokens over there.
In the blue box?
For everybody except Nick, as Nick specifically sort of said he's sort of sneaking up, so he can be sort of in the same sort of rough vertical column, but he can be off the road somewhere if he'd like, hiding. He can be a little bit further forward too, because he's...
Okay.
That works.
They're good.
I'm going to assume that more eastward is the back ranks.
Yeah, yes. What you're headed west up the mountain, yes.
Okay.
West and south is the way sort of the path is sort of going and such.
Peter, can you do me a favor
And
and
copy your
transfer my
token.
guy over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured.
At one point, if we ever get to a point where we're sort of like looking at the castle or the mountain from a certain distance, and it cuts to pan across the crew, Jaxie for some reason still has the chef hat on.
Quite possible.
Yeah. He hasn't
By the
quite
way,
taken-
what's with the Illuminati eye that says bogey?
This is because someone else made the map. I just found the map and it's like, ooh, I'll use this.
So that's their signature.
Yes.
Okay. Well, watermark.
Of course, it's like, of course, all we need to do is we need to steal the Declaration of Independence. That's how we're going.
All right.
We need to head to Kingsmouth immediately.
What I need from you guys. No, that you do not want to go to Kingsmouth. What I need from everybody at this point is a spot check.
Mine is not 0.
Spot check. How about a wisdom check instead?
Oh, wow. I actually got it good.
Ooh.
Well,
Wow.
Leonard and Engrim, you both notice some forms hiding in the trees ahead of you. Sort of hiding, because the trees are big trees. They sort of, their boughs are bent under the snow, and you know some people hiding sort of in the.
So, like, find this one.
I'm
and
going
that
to
one.
make them visible in a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Those are the guys you see. Actually, I should update their. Oh, I forgot to update their hit points and such. So, oh well.
I think they should be located more at the beach as opposed to the mountains. They kind of look like surfers.
Dude, man. Come on, dude, man.
I grabbed random enemy warrior tokens. Sue me. I need to get. So before we start doing stuff, I need to double check their hit points and such. All right, these guys are. Okay, here we are. How many points do they have? All right. All right, so what you're seeing are the four guys. They're armed with swords. They're wearing leather armor. And they were doing a decent job at hiding. And they see some travelers coming at the path, and It was very clear they were thinking about ambushing you more. They were more enthusiastic about ambushing you before they actually got a really good view of Zarkov.
How tall is Zarkov again?
7 feet tall.
7 foot.
7 foot? Okay.
Freaking enormous. He's a
Yeah.
walking wall of green muscle.
Yeah, Ingram's 6'2".
You're still both dramatically taller than the fox.
Yeah, they don't really so much notice Jaxie at the moment.
They think we're much further away than we are. Okay, so
You are, however, if you guys show that you guys are the two of you who have noticed, the bandits do not notice you, Nick.
Yay.
Your rolls, while not amazing, were good enough to not be spotted by them because they are not that good at that.
And because they were distracted.
By the obvious people.
We just carry around a sign that says subtlety.
So
we am stealthy.
here's what's going to happen. They do notice most of you coming up. Nick, you have a surprise round. Since they don't know you're here. So you can take your action first, whatever you want to do first. Then something else will happen, and then we'll get to normal initiative.
I'm
All
going
right.
to whisper to the other two. We have company in the trees.
All right. I would like to move up to here while still trying to remain stealthy.
Okay, then you need to give me another high check.
Jeez.
Good thing you're really good at that.
Yeah.
All right, they do not seem to notice you.
Okay, good.
Is that all you want to do? That's all you can
yeah.
do. It's a surprise round. Okay.
Yeah.
So after that, at the rest of the surprise round, they can't take action against you. The ones that are going to have further action. But there are some more bandits actually hiding in the trees. They're up in the trees. You notice that they're up there when several arrows come thudding into the ground, sort of in front of you guys. 4 of them, in fact. And where's the right guy? Let me swap.
Damn it! I was just working up a good speech.
Swapping them around just so I can have the right guy in the right position. This guy here is the, quote, leader of this bunch. He's the senior bandit in this group of 8 bandits.
El Generico.
And says,
No.
says, right, just throw down your valuables and no one has to get hurt.
Puny mewling villains! I come here to visit righteous and terrible justice upon you. Kneel down now before my majestic truth, or I'll punch you really hard.
I'm going to lead off with just a taunt and say it's like, you start talking to that like the champ, like, hey. Oh shoot! I'm trying to think of. I can't think of a good taunt right now because I'm being distracted by student questions on the side.
Oh dear.
It's
Yeah.
it's more like, huh? That's interesting. That's almost half as threatening as the threats we got from those other guys down the road, and they just ran off like chickens afterwards. I wonder how you guys are gonna fare with words like that. Oh geez.
That's a high number.
And
All
now they
right,
shit
so
themselves.
how does this work again?
Well, that wasn't really a psychological warfare check.
I know.
That was just
I'm just preparing myself for this, Nick. Sketch. They are they do seem a little bit cowed. I might give them a slight penalty on their initiative rolls. So yeah, clearly the bandits they're not going to run away because they outnumber you 8-3. I mean, yeah, the half troll's huge, but 8-3, man.
Where are the others?
There are 4 more up in the trees back here.
Oh, okay.
They're hard to see.
Ah, okay.
I did reveal them, right?
Oh, I didn't see them at first because they blend in.
I know. All right, so this is where you should roll initiative for whatever you want to be doing this fight. I should actually add everybody to the initiative list before I forget. Oh, that was a good idea, doing the Halo thing on them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and
There. Now they stand out better.
there we go. Let me just make sure this is actually.
Alright, initiative.
Oh,
Wow.
why is that not showing up? That's weird. All right, well, if that's not going to show up in the window, then oh, I know what I can do. I'm cunning. All right.
I actually rolled initiative well.
No? Okay, and I'll have to use a different way. Hang on, I'm trying to get the... get the initiative window in, because it's not doing it for some... It's not capturing it the way I was expecting it to. But that's easily fixable. Edit scene. Let's put that up here for the moment. Sure. I can move that around later. Alrighty. And I need to roll initiative for the bad guys now. So. You know how to set initiative, right, guys?
Already did.
Yeah. So. Right-click on your token and go to set initiative. What's their
How
initiative?
did I win initiative in this group?
You rolled high.
I have no dex.
Actually, I was giving them a penalty due to the between Zark. Actually, Zarka, give me an intimidate check, by the way.
For reference, I was referring to the party.
You rolled high.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They're definitely getting an initiative penalty. So we're gonna break that up into groups. So and bam and bam. Okay. Well, they're all going on 7 because. Set initiative 7. All right, and sort. So, Engrim, you're up first.
Well, let's get this party started off right in the Slayer's way. This is going to be a bit underwhelming because I don't have as many caster levels as I'd like, but hey. I'm going to incant a spell.
All right.
Ice Ball! Alright. So I didn't make my fortitude, but I did make my control, so I'm going to take 6 drain damage. And
Have you rolled your control check yet?
It's in the macro.
Oh, it's built in.
It's
Oh.
after the bolded text.
That's the.
That's my control check.
That's
Or
the,
not,
that's the
my
fortitude save. Yeah, you haven't made the control check yet.
I,
Oh, you don't have. Yeah,
I
you,
don't need to.
yeah, you did. You failed the DC.
I failed it by less than 10.
Let me double check the rules on this again. Hang on.
You still need to do a control check.
You
if
still
it's-
need to do a control check.
Do I?
Yeah, you're
Yes.
just not fatigued by it.
Okay. All right. 1d20 plus 10. Yeah, I passed that.
Yeah, you passed that.
Okay. So yeah, 6 non-lethal on as the drain, and these 4 guys over here
Oh,
have
poor
to
Nick.
make an 18 reflex save.
Poor Nick. All right. What is their reflex save? Ice ball.
Yep.
Reflex +5.
The damage taken will be 10. which is very underwhelming because
All right, well, that won't finish. That will not drop any of them, so.
That's average damage.
1, nope. 2, nope. 3, nope. Nope, none of them has, so they all take 10.
I approve.
So that is Warrior 4, Warrior 1, Archer 4, Archer 1.
Incidentally, I'd like to say that the tree is now just a gigantic treesicle.
There we go. Warrior 1, 2, 3, 4. Warrior 1, 2, 3, 4. So they took 10 each, and they have that many hit points. Okay. They are not in good shape, but they are not down. All right, that is now it's Leonard's turn.
Right? 5 feet. I will make a full attack with my spike chain on Bandit Warrior 4. So I get to make 2 attacks against him because it's a full attack, and boom! So 25, and I assume that the 11's probably going to miss.
Yes, the 25 will hit, the 11 will miss. Yeah, their armor class is 15.
Okay.
Actually, I just realized, sorry about this, I actually made the cast check because I forgot to give myself the +10 from actually incanting and naming the spell.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay, fine. Moot
Fair
point.
enough. Alright, well, he will take 5 damage and 1 constitution damage.
Ooh, that's right, you got a wounding weapon.
Ooh.
Because I got no goddamn strength bonus to my damage. So that's
So
why
he
I
takes
picked it.
5?
Hit you
Alright.
a lot.
Ouch. He is looking like he's in really bad shape. Yeah, so you guys all notice the form of the what was it? Your
Crimson Shadow.
the Crimson Shadow leaping out of the tree, leaping out from behind that sort of dead dry tree there, and sort of dead tree, and attacking the bandit.
Perhaps you should be the ones to throw down your possessions.
Hey, it's that guy who took the plate.
I'm wearing a disguise, you know.
You don't know that yet. It's not that obvious.
I like to
yet.
think it's one of those paper thin ones.
That
only works in his mind. All right, we'll strike that one from the record for now.
You can. I'm okay with you like discovering this before like the session's done, but was it? Oh, it's him.
Yeah.
It was funny in my mind, but okay.
Yeah. The first encounter's not quite right. All right, Jaxie, what you up to?
Just 1 second. My computer is sort of freezing up right now with
dear.
Skitch,
See-
how do I do this?
what?
Skitch, how do I do this? Tell me
How
how
do
to
I-
do this.
How do you do what?
I'm imitating your students. Never mind.
Oh, I'm right now. My problem is my one of my music programs is like freaking out and taxing out my my CPU load.
Ooh.
So I'm trying to deal with that right now, and then I'll be opened up.
How does treble clef?
I'm still held up. I can't even access the map tool screen quite yet. Let's see here. So how do the bandits look right now?
All right, the bandits up here have been by an ice ball, and that guy's been spike chained, and he is looking like he is in really bad shape. They're all pretty badly beaten up.
So let's see here. I don't know what the range is for a taunt attack.
Technically, it's earshot.
Yeah. I guess what I'll do is I'm going to yell at Bandit Warrior 1 here. And I'll sort of just be like, it's like, wow, you guys are only less than half as competent as the last guys we beat up. And do a barbed tongue style taunt attack against him.
Okay. All right. So you're going after Warrior 4. You said
Warrior 1.
Warrior 1. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So. So what's better of his hit die? Either okay. So what's better? Either his will save or D20 plus hit dice plus wisdom.
Yes.
All right. So his will save is +2. So it's definitively going to be his unless his wisdom is. It's exactly the same.
Okay.
It is +2 either way.
There you go.
But these guys are level 3 and they have a wisdom of 8.
So he can't succeed against this.
No, not as such.
So he is currently abashed, which means
He is also, if you'd rolled slightly better, you would have taken him out of the fight.
for the damage, yeah.
Yeah, and abashed. And what does that do again?
I just clicked it out.
Thank you. Okay, -2 to attack rolls, saving throws. All right. Got it. Okay. That is very handy to have, actually, Sketch.
That was my move action. My other move action will be to load my to get out and load my hand crossbow, basically.
Okay. Zarkov.
All right. I shout, "Flaming furious fists of justice!" And I charge this guy.
Okay. Which are you charging?
God damn it! Why isn't anything moving?
That one.
No, the other one.
All right, let's see. Let me just double check that you have ownership. You should.
He does.
It's set as PC,
Yeah.
and you can't move it.
Are you perhaps in measure tool and not interaction tool?
Ah, that was the problem.
There we go. Oh, you can charge that far?
might be it.
Charge is double your movement, and oh shit, I can't charge that far.
Double move to get in range.
Yeah, I'll just move 60, and I will activate my my burning gauntlets.
Okay, so your fists are aflame.
Well, I need to make a use item roll first.
Yeah, but it's not very hard.
Oh shit, that reminds me. I forgot to
Woohoo!
send you my most recent sheet, Mecha.
That's fine.
There it is.
So they are active for the rest of the fight.
Yes, they are active for the rest of the
No,
fight.
that wasn't a question. That was a statement.
Yes,
But yes.
my gauntlets suddenly catch fire as I charge.
God damn it! I'm looking something up. If I remember correctly, where is this? Arg. I've not run this in a while, so I'm having to remember a few things as I'm going here. There we go. Oh, that's right. Yes. Okay, I was just double checking exactly how far one can jump in Slayers, and there's no actual maximum jump distance because Slayers.
Because Slayers.
All right. All right, so it's on to the Bandit Warriors time. Bandit Warrior 4 is going and will advance on Leonard.
So he takes what, a 5-foot adjustment?
Yes, 5 foot
Fair
step,
enough.
and will
Okay.
attempt to slash you with his sword. Aha! What's his bonus? I think it's not that impressive. Yep, that's what I thought. Ah! No.
Yeah. No.
All right. right, the Bandit Warrior 1 will charge Zarkov.
Okay.
He's at -2 due to being flustered.
You mean abashed?
Abashed, yes.
Oh, geez. I will say this, Peter.
Yeah, no.
Aside from the non-lethal damage, it is severely worse to be affected by the level 3 diplomacy effect than the level 3 embarrassment effect.
Yes, it is.
Because addled means that.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
yeah.
and I'm just as good at doing that as I am at taunting.
All right. All right. The archers go.
They shoot the meat slab.
Just making sure they're in range. All right. They've got range penalties too. Yeah. Well, some of them are some of them are gonna shoot at. Double check. Do they have precise shot? I forget. Don't think they do. Nope. No, they do not have precise shot. All right. So, but yeah, 2 of them are going to shoot at. They're going to shoot at the guys in melee for the moment because why not? All right. 2 of them at Leonard.
That one, the first one actually hits.
All right, and the second one, your AC is what? 21.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, and the second one is a miss not because of the melee bonus penalty, so he doesn't hit his buddy. All right, so you are hit by one short bow shot, so that's a D6 damage. Twang!
Ow. You made me bleed my own blood.
All right, 2 shots at the troll, the half troll.
That hits.
That's it.
The other is a wild miss. And a D6 damage to you.
Oh,
There you go.
I felt that one.
Thunk! An arrow embeds itself in Zarkov's shoulder. I don't think Zarkov really notices it.
Probably not.
All right, that's it for the bandits, and on to the next turn. Engrim.
Me again. Let me make a last-second measurement double check. Ah. No, that doesn't work. That works. That works. That works. That doesn't bode well. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to incant and throw another ice ball right here, and that'll catch both of the archers and the one that Leonard is engaged with.
Okay.
So here we are. Where's my token? There it is. I make it.
Oh, well, that's... yeah.
I take 1 point of drain.
Oh, you made it by you got the +10. You crit. Wow, nicely done. All right.
And I'm gonna take 12 damage. Cold damage specifically, because ice ball.
Even halved, he is down. All right. So it's plus. I think I said it was +5, right? Their reflex is. Yeah, +5. That's what I thought. Good. I remembered it correctly. For the other 2, yeah. Okay.
Hooray for area damage.
Yeah.
So you have bandit sickles there. Literally, they're covered in ice, going teeth chattering and such. Yeah. So Leonard, the bandit in front of you is now a block of ice and sort of going.
All right. Well, with that guy out of the way, I'm going to move over here,
Uh-huh.
and I will. Well, no, I'll try this. I will make a trip attempt on Bandit Warrior 2.
Okay.
So, I memorized how this works.
Okay.
So first, I make a touch attack against him.
Okay. His touch AC is 12.
Okay, I got him. Next, we make opposed checks. Whichever is higher of his strength or dex bonus, you add that to your d20. And it's opposed against mine, which is not high.
Okay. Let me find his strength. Where are his stats? There we go.
Tell me they're like both minus 10.
They're not. They're both the same. They're both +2.
Oh, I got him! Sweet!
Nice.
Now,
These
because I have
bandits,
the
all right.
improved trick feed, I get a free attack for tripping him.
Okay.
And of course, he is prone, and well, thank God he's prone because. So he takes 7 and 1 Constitution damage.
Okay. That is Bandit Warrior 2. So he is down to math good. And minus 1. All right.
I guess when I do that, I go on your knees.
Alrighty. Jaxie.
Okay. Either I could use the hand crossbow, or I could try my own hand at spellcasting in a vain attempt. I just need to double check what the range of flare arrow is.
Long.
100 plus caster level.
Okay, so 106. Yeah. So Bandit Warrior 3. I sort of like Jaxie sort of says, "Hey, you guys better keep your hands off the champ, or you're gonna regret it." It's time to heat things up a little bit, and he does a full round incantation to flare arrow.
Well,
So he
Well.
succeeds on a check, drains by 4, hits and does 23 damage.
jeez, all those rolls were great.
Yeah.
If needed spell resistance, I would probably penetrate a spell resistance, which I doubt he has.
All right. Well, does he get a save against that? I forget.
No, there's no save against flare arrow. Since it's a ranged touch attack.
Oh, that's right. It's ranged touch.
So he takes 23 damage, and since he still has his dexterity modifier, I don't do any sneak attack on that. So he's already down in one shot.
The boom! You have the classic sort of blackened outline bandit blinking a few times, falling over, going.
Like the cute little fox with the chef hat still on. Fires
I
one
think
guy
you
down with a flare.
overcooked that one.
It's okay. It's okay. It's a creme brulee. That's how you do it. Bandit brulee is what I'm going to call it, actually.
All right. Zarkov, you're up.
I'm just gonna punch him.
All right. That'll
I
hit.
I guess I underestimated how powerful I could be as a spellcaster, even with common spells.
Oh, common spells are good.
Yeah.
I do 18 damage.
Ah!
I still did more damage than that. That's what I can't believe.
I like to imagine that guy flew into the treesicle, broke it in
Oh,
half. And fell
actually, by
on
the way,
top of
Peter,
him.
I suspect the Bandit Warrior 3 actually flew backwards because he took enough damage from that one hit.
Yeah, he actually did technically.
Like,
There are rules for that. I just haven't. Yeah. All right. Well, the archers are now the last two archers are sitting there going, Yeah. Well-
Surrender now and confess your crimes, and justice. will be
Technically, there's
swift
also this one guy.
and merciful.
Technically, there is also,
as I flex.
Yeah, there's also
There's
Bandit
the
Warrior
there's also
2.
one swordsman left.
Yes,
There's
I'm
archers in the
aware.
trees. Yeah.
Bandit Warrior 2 will stand up,
Okay.
regretting this. Oh, he's not Jason. That's not. That doesn't actually provoke. If he advances on you, it does provoke, though.
I believe so.
Actually, I think he might be provoking anyways.
What,
Right,
by standing
there's
up?
the
Standing from prone, it provokes.
Yeah, and 3-5.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Oh. This is even better than I imagined it would be.
yeah. There's a reason I said this is actually a well-known build.
Attack of opportunity!
Yep, take it.
Flang!
That hits. That's his AC exactly. Oh.
Don't bother getting up.
No, he really shouldn't have. Do you have combat reflexes, Nick?
Yep.
Well, he doesn't know that. He attempts to charge the champ. Take your attack of opportunity.
Oh wait, actually I don't. I took something else because I wanted to work my way to something else.
Okay.
I don't think you can attack the same person twice with attacks of opportunity anyway. No, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I might have to make some adjustments with this.
That's fine. That's part of that's one of the reasons I want to get a session in, just so.
Standing from prone. Jeez.
Yeah, that's one of the ones they dropped in 4th Ed, which I think was
Yeah.
actually a good move.
With good reason.
Yeah. All right.
He has a really long list of like over 30 things that provoke attacks. Of
Honestly, it's easier to list what doesn't provoke in third
Yeah.
3.5.
5-foot adjustments and attacking while you're next to each other with a melee.
Casting defensively also.
Yeah.
All right, so, alrighty. So he's charging you, Eric.
Bring it.
Ta! Hey, that hits.
Hey, it hits.
Ha! Take 3 damage.
Okay, it'll be gone next round.
I know. So he's like, aha! He cuts into you. By the way, you guys have anyone who's paying attention notices that the arrow wound has been healing up.
Mm-hmm.
It actually completely healed up at the beginning of this round.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
For those at home, since he's a half troll, he gets the effect of a constant recovery spell. So up to a total of his hit points, he'll get 5 plus his charisma modifier.
Every round.
Not
return
quite how
them
that
every turn.
works. It's slightly different with half trolls. It's half my character level plus half my con bonus.
Ah,
Still
plus
works
combo.
out to 6.
So yeah, he gets 6 every round, and he can heal up to his hit point max per day.
So yeah.
Yay!
There's a reason why I wanted him to get shot.
All right, the last 2 archers will use their move action to drop out of the tree, because they're planning on running next round. But they want to take some parting shots before they leave. So they drop out of the tree, and they're going to take shot, 1 at Leonard, 1 at Zarkov. Leonard? No.
Yes.
Zarkov? No.
No.
They're done. Engrim, you're up.
There's no damn way I'm catching up with them. So I'm just going to kind of start leisurely strolling across the road as a double move.
Okay. Leonard.
Let's see. Can I get? Ooh. Okay. I'm going to double move to here.
Oh, that poor bastard.
It's supposed to be within 10 feet.
Yep. All right. Well, that's it for Leonard.
Well,
Jack-
one of them will still get away to warn them, but
Leonard?
All right.
Sorry, Jackson, you're up. My bad.
Okay, let's see here. Is there anyone that's running away that I can see?
He's still visible, yes.
Okay, so this is the one guy that we're dealing with here. Okay.
Yeah, you can see. You know where this guy is because Leonard's there, and you can see that guy.
Yeah, I'm going to flare arrow bandit archer 3 as well. Full round.
Are you in range?
Sort of line up, take the
I think
shot.
you're actually. You're just in range. Yes. That's right, because your caster level is higher than. Yeah. Than
My
words.
caster level is 6.
Yeah.
So that's like exactly in range.
Yep.
All right. Hope it doesn't fail. I succeed on the check, take 2 damage and 16 range touch attack.
His touch AC is 12.
He takes 14 damage then.
Okay, he's not down, but he is badly mauled. He is crispied.
Yeah.
Ah!
It's like, there we go. I didn't overdo it that time. That
Still looks a little rare to me.
It's like you look at the hand crossbow, range 30. Flare arrow, range 160.
Yeah. That was number 3. Yes. He just took, was it 14 damage? So, yes. As an aside, you can probably have guesstimated by now, they have about somewhere around 20 hit points each. So, yeah. He is badly hurt. All right. Zarkov, you're up.
Kamehameha.
That's my thing, and you know it.
You're going to pound on this poor Oh, he's not actually prone anymore.
Oh God.
Yeah, you hit.
What did I take?
That doesn't even come close to missing. Oh, God.
The damage still isn't that impressive, but
Yeah, that's, yeah, he had
That's enough to finish him.
He had 8 hit points
oh well then yeah.
left.
You should have just told me he had 8 hit points left. All I need to do was hit him. I automatically do 10.
I know.
12 actually.
He goes skidding back and is unconscious. No problem.
Yeah, I did read the rules on the knockback rules, Peter, whenever you wanted to go over that stuff.
Yeah, we'll go into it a bit later, after the fight.
Sure thing.
All right. Yes, your static bonus is kind of awe-inspiring, Eric. All right,
is
well,
very good.
Bandit Archer 2, realizing that he is between a rock and a hard
Pretty
place.
A deadly place.
Yeah. Drops his short bow, pulls out a dagger, and goes, ah!
Okay.
With the expected results.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 30. Ah! Actually, he can go further if he actually sprints, so that gets him another 4 squares.
Yeah, run action is 3 times the move score.
Yeah, I know, but I'm
He's going very far.
he's going very far. He's not off the map yet, is what I'm saying. If I want to, I don't want him to get off the map just yet. Actually, yeah, no, that's fine. All right, Engram, you're up.
Measuring something.
That's fine.
Okay. All right, I am going to continue to stroll here.
Okay.
And without incanting, I'm just going to call out Ice Ball! And it's going to land right here and catch the guy in the blast.
Nice.
Oops. Let me actually press the button. Ooh. Okay, that one I did not make. And, yeah, of course now the drain is high. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one sucked. Alright.
Of course.
Control. Yeah, I made the control.
So you don't lose control of the spell. That's good.
Alrighty. And he takes 10 damage. He's all
Um,
cold and shit.
If he makes the save, he will not be unconscious.
Drum roll, please.
And I'm going to take 16 points of drain.
Ow. I'm sorry. Holy crap! He made it.
Yeah, he did actually. He matched it.
He has a hit point. A hit point. Un. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna 5-foot adjust. Alright, I will try to, This guy hasn't been hit yet, right?
He is uninjured. Correct.
Okay. Then I will start by trying to trip him. So, touch attack, 16.
That will hit his touch AC.
Yeah. So, opposed checks. God! He matched me!
So, what happens on a tie? I forget.
I don't know, actually.
I think it's whoever has the higher strength score.
You're tied.
Okay.
Roll
Oh wait,
initiative.
no. I should have rolled his dex bonus.
Oh, okay.
He should have succeeded. He has a dex of 14.
Okay, that means that he can attempt to trip me. So we do it again, and basically, if he succeeds, I'm not going to be tripped because I'll just drop my chain, but I would prefer not to.
Yeah, but he has to use his strength bonus, and you can use your dex bonus this time, correct?
Yes. So this will be +4 on top of this. So yeah, I'm fine. I will attempt to do this again.
Since you can.
Yeah.
Because you do as a move action, right?
No, I can do it. I can do this as part of a full attack, basically.
Okay, okay.
All right, go for it.
I have to make the macro real quick. Okay, I'm done. Second attack. Missed.
All right, so you just missed him outright. All right.
Yeah. I've been rolling shit with that.
Yeah, you have been.
Oh well. It could have ended much worse still. Plus I kept him, here.
Yeah. Jaxie.
Let's see here. Let's see how I am position-wise. He's a little bit too far away, so I can't really do my... So I am going to move in closer by means of a double move and just call it a turn.
All right. Right. Zarkov.
Don't run! I'm not finished giving you justice!
Don't run!
If you actually make that a sprint action, you can move 3 times your move speed instead of just 2.
I'm not done giving you justice. All right. Well, Bandit Archer 2 realizes that his only viable option at this moment is, this is in your threatened range, Nick, is to step forward and try to stab you.
Yep. He misses.
Yep. He's
They're
not-
bandits, all right.
All right, Archer 3 makes like a tree and gets out of here.
I like to imagine that since I did at least get the ice ball splash, that it's not so much that he's running away, but he's sliding away on his ass very fast.
Absolutely. Darn straight.
The pathetic yell of retreat.
Run away!
Super runaway!
All right, Engrim, you're up.
Not much else for me to do at the moment, so I could heal my drain damage, but it's probably going to be a couple hours before we arrive at the temple or whatever.
That is, that at a guess, yes.
All right, I actually thinking about it, I will cast healing on myself, just
Okay.
because I want to get rid of the drain.
Sure.
All right, and I am incanting this.
You
I make it.
succeed.
I don't quite make it by. Actually, wait.
It's DC. It's a 20. It's DC. Healing's 20, right?
Yes. Okay, so yeah, I don't.
Don't you miss
I
by
don't
one?
have
Yeah.
to drain, but whatever.
So you start the
Okay.
healing spell on yourself.
And I actually happen to have it conveniently right here. So this will recover. If I can scroll to the right part where it's relevant. 1 plus my charisma modifier per round, so that is going to eliminate 2 drain on account of the fact that I'm taking 2.
Right. So it's
And then it's a
you-
concentration maintained.
Yep. So you heal. You remove 4, but take 2 anyway. Take 2 more. So
Yeah, I've only taken a total of what 6 non-lethal, so I really don't care.
yep.
I mean, I could do it for myself just to do it. I don't have my macros set up for it, but a full incantation would make the DC 10, so it would be what D20 plus 4 versus 10. I fail.
So yeah,
So-
it probably wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah, so and the drain is 1d6, so like that, like if I were to do it, it's like, yeah, it's the drain amount is within range. I could actually drain by 6 after recovering 6, so
Yeah. So, but anyways, it is Leonard's turn.
All right, I'll 5-foot adjust, and I'll just attack the guy normally this time, since I think that bothering with the whole positioning thing is probably going to be a bit excessive. So, slash. Oh, I hit him twice.
I don't
So you
think there's
did.
much left of them.
Yeah, well, I don't do too much damage, and he hasn't taken any yet, so... but he takes a total of 8 and 2 constitution damage.
Okay, that will actually drop his concentration by enough to reduce his hit points, I believe.
Oh, yeah, it should.
So 8, so that drops into 12, but that drops into the constitution will drop him to 11.
Stupid level 1 books.
Oh, he's level 3. That actually dropped by 3. Then.
Oh, yeah.
My bad.
That's useful.
I'm like, wait, no, wait, he's level 3. God damn it. Ow. So that's actually, ow. Okay, yeah.
He's in bad shape already, so...
Yeah, he's now down to 8. Jaxie.
he's still alive.
He's down to 8, but
Yeah,
yeah.
he would, in 4th ed, he'd be bloodied.
Yeah. Okay, it's like, would it be overkill to toast him?
Yes.
Would it be prudent to toast him though?
Well, the champ's
Why?
right there.
What?
The champ's right there.
Champ is right there.
It's up to you, though.
Yeah, I'll just double move in and call it a turn. So,
All right, Zarkov.
Sort of sigh. I walk over and I bop him on the top of the head.
If you hit, he goes out.
Yes.
Yeah, you got him.
Yeah. Your minimum damage is 12.
No, minimum damage is 10, not 12. Oh, right, because of the 2 dice. 12.
Yeah. Hang on a second. All right, sorry about that. That was my upstairs neighbor. He was checking to see if it was me who was being particularly loud. I don't think it is, but
Stop softly typing on your computer and talking in a normal speaking voice.
I don't know.
I can shout louder if you like.
Well, he can't hear you guys.
Yeah,
I'm on a headset. If you can hear me through the headset, that'd be very confusing. All right. So yes, let's see. Can't imagine how he's hearing me up that loudly. I'm not talking that loudly, I don't think. Anyways,
Zarkov just knocked the guy out.
yeah, that's right. Zarkov just knocked the guy out, thus ending the fight. So you have defeated the group of bandits. Hooray! And one of them has run away up the path towards his towards the camp because, well, horrible bad things, boss. Horrible bad things.
I'm going to take out one of the sets of manacles I carry around, and I'm going to cuff this guy, considering he's the only one who hasn't been iced or frozen.
Or fried.
Or had their head
iced or
staved
frozen,
in.
yeah, I meant to say something like that. And then I will take out some rope, and I'm going to tie it around his ankles, and I'm going to toss the other end of the rope over a branch of this tree, and I'm going to heft him up, and then I'm going to wake him up.
What? Huh?
Do you know who I am? And I'm going to make a reputation check for that.
Okay.
He's Batman.
Well, essentially. I hope this doesn't backfire. 15, so I get a bonus to lots of charisma-based skills now.
All right.
Let's see, reputation check. Let me look.
I'm back.
Hello.
Hello.
Reputation check. Shit. There it is. A 15 gives me a +2 bonus. Sweet.
Nice.
So, and I will toss that on top of my intimidation roll, which I will make now as soon as I find the right program window. So a total of 11, because I rolled shit on my intimidate, but there you go.
All right. Well, he'll get to make a will check against that.
He does know who I am, probably, though.
He's... yeah, with a 15 reputation check, he probably does know that. He's like, yeah. Let's see how well he makes his will check, though.
Not very well.
No, he tanks it.
It's because I was flexing in the background.
Well, there is that. Also, your
Logan
name does...
Style.
I will say that, the Crimson Shadow's name does carry some weight. So he's like, yeah, Mr. Crimson Shadow, sir, and... actually, Eric, you have the reputation skill, right?
It's true, I do.
Give me a reputation roll.
Yeah, I don't have reputation, unfortunately.
Well, you're the manager. It's not important. Oh, he failed it.
I did not do well.
Yeah, he doesn't know who you are, but you are big and huge.
Yeah.
Is
That's
this
all
the
you
guy
should-
that?
And that's all you need to get over, so...
Is this the guy that Leonard was throwing down with?
The most recent guy I was fighting with, yes.
Okay.
Though Bandit
The guy
Archer
who shot
2.
me, too.
If you like, I can try and make a reputation check.
We all have reputation.
Except
Except
the
for
manager.
Jack, except for me, who not only
He's
has
the
it not
manager.
trained,
He doesn't need it.
not only do I have it not trained, I also have a penalty to it because my character is cute. So he has a harder time being taken seriously.
On the other hand, because I'm beautiful, it actually enhances my reputation.
Well, yeah. So, yeah, he is currently he is intimidated, Nick.
All right. So I'm going to say, how many of you are there, and where exactly are you?
Well, the base is up in the temple, up the past another sort of.
How many?
Let me actually count that, Nick, before I.
How many? I'm gonna. Yeah, I don't do that part. One.
There's another 10 of us. It's just bunch of guys like me and the other guys and the boss and his buddy.
Who's the boss?
Tony Danza.
The boss's
No,
name is Varl.
wait. Abed.
Varl, eh?
Varro, you said?
Varl.
Varl, eh?
V-A-R-L.
Can I do it? Can I either do what would be more appropriate? Knowledge local or knowledge lore master?
Knowledge local, I guess.
Let's see if this means anything.
You've never heard of him. Well, actually, no,
Wow.
that's good enough that you. Yeah, he was like a lieutenant in actually a more important gang that got blown up a couple of months ago. and
So-
decided to
so
start his own gang.
Jackson sort of crosses his head, his chef's hat's still on, and he says, and he just sort of remarks, "Oh, so it looks like people have gone down to the world in some ways."
I mean, he's sort of let me double check the stats on this guy. Yeah, he's tough. I mean, like he would be tough, but you know,
Okay then.
yeah. Basically, he would be. Yeah, he'd be tough, but not like overwhelmingly powerful.
Right, but he's definitely this is definitely a worse gig than he used to have.
Well, and he's in charge of his own gang at least.
Right.
Sure, it's not as good of a gang, but
Sometimes if you branch off on your own, you have to go down for a bit.
Yes. Also, his gang is small enough that he's not attracting the attention of people like I don't know, Lena Inverse.
yes.
Just people like you.
Natural enemy of all who live.
So
The
this
dragon
guy's-
spooker.
Now the guy said Zarl and his buddy, right?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna say we mean him by his buddy, not someone you know.
He just showed up a little while ago. He said the boss said he was friends with him. I don't know much about the guy. Strange guy. I think he's a wizard of some sort.
A challenge.
Unfortunately, as an aside, the token when you see the guy, the token form will not look like what he actually looks like because I couldn't find a good one for him.
Fair enough.
Not even remotely like what he looks like.
All right, I'm going to drop the rope
Thunk.
and I'm gonna tie him to the tree.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going
Walk
to
by,
us-
do the whole like finger pointing to my eyes and then to him.
Got my eyes on you.
And
So-
then with that done, I'm gonna start going back down the path.
Hey! Before you go, hey, hold up there. Look, it's clear, and it's clear that your goal is closely aligned to ours. Whoever you are, I'm going to use sense motive to see if I can see through his disguise.
Oh, that's a bluff.
Oh, that'd be bluff. No,
yeah.
I'm going to try to use
I
sense-
gotta make a bluff. I believe I actually get a bonus.
Isn't there a
to this.
disguise skill?
No, it has to do with the synergies I've got.
Okay.
Basically, it's bluffing to stay in character.
Ah, gotcha.
So I get actually a +6 to this, I think.
or disguise, I guess, would be the other way. But yeah.
I don't have much in the way of disguise because it's not a class skill.
Yeah. Oh, geez, that was actually a good sense motive check.
Aha!
And a better bluff.
But anyways, Jaxie will still say, like, look, whoever you are, your goal seems to be similarly aligned to ours. We're trying to deal with these bandits as well. Why don't we try to coordinate ourselves a little bit more formally?
Jackson makes a good point. Those bandits have been preying on towns all over this area. We're here to clean it up, and bring justice to the region. Come,
Look.
we'll join up and we'll do things.
Besides, we've shown that we can fight well enough as it is when we're not aware of each other in advance. So, at least for the time being, let's just say that we try to tag up a little bit until we at least deal with these bandits here. Oh, look.
I don't have to bend to that just because you made a roll sketch.
I know. I'm just trying,
That's not how player confrontations work.
I know. I like doing it just to see how.
All
I
right.
would assume how convincing Jaxie would seem to be.
The Crimson Shadow looks over here towards the icy people. Looks over here. Looks over here.
Sees the burnt corpse on the ground.
He's not a corpse.
Burnt body on the ground.
Yes.
Just don't get in my way when I'm collecting my bounties.
Bounty schmounty. I just care about making sure those people in town are a little bit safer than they are currently.
this turns you a good clap on the back that probably knocks you over.
Be like Jaxie falls face first, and the hat floats down and lands on his back.
By the way, I'm going to make a concentration check to try and hold the heal spell.
Okay.
DC is going to be 20.
Shit. Okay, I don't get anything else out of it, so I kind of wasted it. Oh well.
I took the arrow out my arm.
Okay. Yes. Zarkov is definitively healed back up to full at this point.
Yeah, Zarkov
Yeah,
just
sort
kind
of
of like
scratching
there
where it
after,
was.
and after a second, the arrow just pops out of his arm.
It's like, oh yeah, the arrow. Plunk. All right. Well, you guys can continue to follow the path.
March,
Up.
Yep.
march.
March.
Since we're closer, I kind of want to do another scry on the area to see if I can discern any traps or ambushes they may have set up now that they know we're coming.
Okay, sure. Give me a roll.
Alright. Ah. 31.
Actually, it doesn't look like they've really set up much in the way of traps. It looks like they've taken up a defensive. From what you can tell, looks like they've taken up defensive positions in the courtyard outside the ruins.
Does the ruins have a back door that I have ever been able to discern?
No, it does not. It sort of goes into the side of the mountain.
Okay, fair enough. All right, I'm going to relay that information to the group, then place the crystal ball back in my cleavage.
Yes.
Sort of jiggle for a moment after she sticks it back in.
Naturally.
The Crimson Shadow respectfully looks away.
Jaxie is not in a position where he would be able to even see the view. In fact, to be fair, Jaxie has a hard time seeing Ingram's face if he's too close to her. But with that being said, Jaxie sort of takes his chef's hat, puts it away in his haversack, and straps it over to his back. He's like, okay, you ready to go, champ?
Let's go.
All right.
All right. So you march on for a couple hours.
The Crimson Shadow and his new companions march along the path, ready to take on the next set of
You
foes.
do that all the time.
Are we in earshot of this?
It's an internal monologue.
Okay.
I thought he was vocalizing his internal soliloquy.
That would actually be really funny. It was just sort of everyone sort of looks silent.
I've seen players, they have those too.
They do have internal monologues.
Ooh, Dash will be a good one for me to use.
Oh, Dash is great.
Oh, geez, I could. Well, do we want to try to get there faster, or are we in no particular hurry?
I don't really care.
Yeah,
Let me look at
Can you
that.
I
cast
can-
dash
I can
on
actually-
other people? Or is it just on yourself?
I could target the entire party with it, but it only lasts for 5 rounds, which is still most of a minute, though. No, not really most of a minute. It's about.
That seems more like a way of getting away quickly.
Or getting stuck in quickly.
It also increases
read the
your
full effect of it,
AC
by the way.
It also increases your AC and reflex, and you make 1 extra attack per round when making a
It's
full attack.
haste.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, I can mass haste the party at the beginning of a fight, which I'll keep that in mind during our next one.
I have a bonus to casting. Oh wait, no, it's a shaman spell. Never mind. I thought it was a white spell.
No, I'll make a macro for it while we're traveling. I'm trying to look at what type of spells would I most likely have. Dash also seems to be appropriate for like assisting someone who's fighting.
Oh, yeah, Dash is amazing. All right. So, you continue along the path. It's surprisingly safe. Basically, it becomes fairly clear to you guys as you're going along that it is an old path. It is definitively old and worn down, but for some reason, the footing never seems to be particularly bad despite the snow. It's sort of almost like someone's taking time to sort of clear it off and make sure it's not too treacherous.
Oh, if it leads to a temple. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a ruined temple.
It's a ruined abandoned temple.
Oh, well,
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I recognize any kind of magical
You
effect
absolutely
of this
may.
sense? All right. 32.
All right. Well, you maxed out your roll on that.
Yeah.
It's okay. Well, it's Arcana is a knowledge skill, so it doesn't give you these sort of detect magic effects. But
Yeah, I meant like, have I heard about like this kind of thing?
right,
being-
exactly. No, I figured that's what you're going for.
Yeah.
It's possible that there was some sort of, since it was a remote mountain monastery, or remote mountain temple, that there was some sort of spell put on the path up there to keep it reasonably safe for people wanting to visit. You've heard of some remote locations that were not like. Basically, if it wasn't like a hidden temple, it's that you could that sort of spell might have been likely. You don't know much about this temple at the moment, so.
How convenient. A spell for visitors.
Well, also for the people who live in the temple wanting to get down to town and such and do some shopping and such.
Yes, but that's not what she says.
Fair enough. So that is possible.
What do you mean a spell for visitors?
There's a subtle enchantment on the ground here that makes it less treacherous than it would otherwise be.
Oh,
For convenience of
I hadn't
travel.
noticed.
It's for convenience of travel between the temple and the surrounding areas.
Which also coincidentally explains why the bandits were able to find it so easily. All right, so you continue along, and as you sort of come cresting up the hill,
Because I need to keep track of my drain. How many hours has it been?
it's been 2 hours.
2 hours. Okay, so I recovered from 10 drain.
So, and how? Oh, I forgot the non-lethal damage recovery. How fast is that?
I think it's character level per hour.
Yep.
Okay, that means I recover from my non-lethal damage after 1 hour. Wow.
Yep.
I will probably be casting magic a lot more than I thought going in.
Well, as long as you actually do full round spells for yourself, you're actually pretty able to you're able to do it pretty well for the spells you
Yeah,
have.
and next level I could pick up the one that increases my ability to do the checks by 5, and that will make things much easier.
Yeah, with common spells. Oh, that reminds me. I took that for plus sorcery, even though I don't have any strictly sorcery spells. Do those count for
Yes.
common sorceries or just strictly?
That should count for common sorceries.
Oh, shit.
If the common sorceries, if it kicks your bonus basically it counts for common sorceries. They're both common and sorcery, so yeah.
Oh, by that, then that guy should have been frozen. Oops. Oh well.
oh well.
Does that give a penalty to saves also?
No, I would. I mean,
Would it have increased the damage in any way?
no, I'm getting mixed up. I wouldn't have blown the check, is what I meant to say.
Yeah, you would have taken the double drain.
Yeah.
Is what would have happened. Okay.
Which means that I have no drain now. Yay!
Beautiful. All right, so you get to the outer walls of the monastery, and while it definitely does look, it's not monastery, temple, I should say, not a monastery. It's definitely there are sort of the outer walls are beaten up, and their towers, and it looks pretty. It does look ruined, and the gates are broken down. But sort of like there's something about the place that sort of says it's not in as bad shape as it seems to be at first glance.
Interesting.
That's sort of the impression you get. You are now going to be on the ruins exterior map. Let me just double check one or two things. Yeah, he's not visible yet. Yep, okay. Let me just double check these guys. Okay, nope. Those guys should be visible. Alright, so yes. Let me copy Eric over, because I know Eric occasionally. There we go.
Because my version of whatchamacallit sucks.
Yeah, for some reason. At some point I'll have to swing by and sort of help you
Yeah.
out. figure out what the
Oh.
hell's going on.
Okay.
So yes, you could be anywhere in that blue box or off, sort of like in the side, the bits off to the side here if you'd like. So yes, you see sort of 6 of the guys with long swords and such. A more burly guy, who I need to double check his stats here. Hold on 1 second. Who looks like he is? He's sort of a bit more burly. Looks older than the rest of the guys. His sword that he has sort of hanging, sort of drawn loose. He's got it in his hand, sort of hanging loosely at his side. Looks like it's much nicer than the rest of everybody else's swords. It's in much better shape. He carries himself with something an air of actual competence, unlike the other guys.
The average bandit.
Actually, before
The
I
average bandit, boo-boo.
do the next step,
Hey!
I'm going to check something. I just had a notion.
Hey,
See if I can
boo-boo!
find
Let's
a
go raid a few villages!
But Mr. Ranger won't like that. The Crimson Shadow abhors picnic bags theft.
Like, with Zarkov, I don't think it's a good idea to bully these bandits. I mean, they just want some food for the night.
Boo boo! We have to visit swift justice upon them! Ah!
That was good.
I just spit my
was
pipe
great.
halfway across the room.
What did you just say, Eric?
I just spit my pipe halfway across the room.
Well done, Nick.
Thank you. Oh, a third voice I can do.
Why are you not doing this? Damn it. Ugh. Okay. Hang on just 1 second.
You're welcome,
I'm
CJ.
trying to make a token here. That will there we go.
Thankfully, I already finished my pizza.
This is close to appropriate.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the other spells. I'm
Because
looking
I just found an image that works better than the one I was using.
For me, spells that require saving throws are probably not going to be as useful for me because the saving throws would be like 15.
Yeah. All right. And
Funny thing is since I haven't taken the thing that makes Lore Master give you caster levels, you actually have a higher caster level than me.
Yeah, my caster level is 6 currently.
Yeah, mine's 3.
That's
This
why
will play
Zero.
time.
Flare Arrow is probably going to be my favorite attack spell, honestly.
Meanwhile, I don't think I'll use it much because my range basic is crap.
Yeah, my range basic is 7, which is decent
Mine's
enough.
3. There's a reason I'm using Ice Ball.
Yep.
And besides, I have something else that would be better for me to use than Freeze Arrow. But I do have it for the sake of utility.
all right. And you guys don't get to see those other stats. Actually, no, he's better than that because of that thing. All right. Good. Sorry, I just needed to make one minor change. I just had to update one token.
Yeah, token.
All right. So, you guys come in. I'm wandering up. The bandit leader. Who I can
Oh no,
actually.
I'm not wandering. I'm sauntering.
That's a valid point, Eric. I apologize.
So am I sashaying or something?
I have a feeling that Jaxie, for some reason, has a different type of hat on. So I need to think of what type he would have.
And I need to double check.
A Boy Scout cap.
And I'm actually going to put some information on this guy on here on his token also because
He's important.
yes, he is. His hit points are pretty good.
Oh wait, I know what Jaxie can be wearing. He can wear a hat that says "I'm with stupid" that points towards Zarkov.
No, that'd be a shirt. But I think what sort of like it'd be like a little. I think I know. I think I know what it would be.
There we go. That's the information that you guys actually need. All right. So, Varl sort of snarls at you guys and says, "So, you lot are the ones who took out my boys down the path."
Yeah. Well, I suppose those were your boys. Oh, I'm sorry.
They could have
for
saved themselves so much trouble if they had just knelt down and accepted justice as it came towards them. By the way, kneel down and accept my righteous justice.
You know those. If those were your boys, and then you probably realize you are a bit undermanned here. You could make things easier for us by just, giving up now.
Yeah, well, you'll find that while, you may have had an easy time with my boys, I'm not nearly as much of a pushover. Neither is my friend back here. Oi, Braden! And he sort of walks out a bit further. And walking up from the temple, you see a form clad in sort of robes with a staff, walking along. Very sort of wizardly staff. And he's very clearly wearing sort of wizard-style robes. And as he walks out, you can sort of see what looks like the sort of sort of something of a snout poking out from underneath the hood as he throws it back, revealing a goat's head. He's a goat man.
Oh, there it is.
Yes, I was revealing it as he came out.
Oh, well, impressive. Though we don't have any cans, we can feed him. What are cans?
That's cute coming from you, fluffball.
You'd be wise to put down your weapons and put your hands behind your heads, because then it won't have to lash you too many times.
Varl, you want me to take these? Shall we take these punks out? I think so. Men, let's take them. They're not surrendering.
I figured.
I know you figured.
Can I attempt a reputation check to make them lose some initiative? I'll roleplay it if you allow it.
If you want to, you can try. Sure.
Mm-hmm. Do you fools not realize that before you stands Ellis of the Blue?
Give me a reputation roll.
I think it was 8. Let me double check. Reputation. Yes. 20.
Oh, wow. That's a +3 bonus to whatever you want to do. You make some other check to, intimidate or whatever them.
Aha! My Skype just completely cut out after I said something.
Aha.
Hold on.
Oh, Eric's Skype.
Indeed. So what sort of check do you want to make? You want to intimidate them?
Yeah, sure. And this is going to be something I don't actually have investment in. But since I got that makes
You
it
get a
not
+3
too terrible.
bonus from it, so.
Yeah. Ah, shit, 12.
So that's counting the +3?
Yes. Intimidate is not a class skill for me. I don't really have the points to spare either.
All right. Well, the thugs look impressed mostly because, they've heard the name. They don't really know much about it.
Do we know who that is? I guess that would be a knowledge roll of sorts.
I forget how that works if you're trying to recognize it specifically.
I could see Jaxie doing a lore check for it. For everyone else, I'd just an intelligence check.
That? Well, I could just do lore master knowledge. It'd be just basic common knowledge there.
Given that he made, oh, that's probably a good thing, Leonard. Jaxie, considering that he made his, she made her reputation roll. I'm going to give that bonus +3 to your lore master check on that. But all of you get the +3 effectively. So,
I think that Leonard's just going to go. That's not what she introduced herself as.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Jackson,
I didn't
you
introduce
recognize
myself as
you
anything.
do recognize the that name.
She hasn't introduced her
Oh,
name
oh.
to any of you yet.
Basically, the only other thing I wanted to do before the fight was to see if I could preemptively try to cast dash as the fight begins, but I can wait until my turn if that's fine.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. So, Word, what do you want to tell Skitch about that he basically knows something about her?
Okay. Shall I type that or just say it?
You can
You can type it out. You can type it out.
You can type it. Which well,
Do you want it to be revealed to the public at this time?
Not yet.
okay.
Then
Then.
just type.
Then
I
just
have
type to Skitch.
mystery.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Zarkov and her recognize the name, but not much else. Then.
Leonard, I don't think even recognized the name because of how badly he rolled. So you get a total of 7 on that roll. Yeah.
Yep.
So now, no. Zarkov
So I
recognized.
just go. That's not the name that she used in the bar.
What name did she use? Because my Skype.
None.
grabbed
I didn't say. I didn't. She didn't
You
introduce herself. She
I
just kind of
believe you
wormed
did
her way
say-
in.
I don't think he ever actually said that her name was Ingram.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just misremembering. Whatever.
I specifically did not mention her name.
So I just kind of go. Okay.
So the mooks might take a penalty. The bandit boss seems concerned, but I'm not sure it'll bother him. Braden looks sort of perplexed. He sort of arches an eyebrow. Well, actually, his ears twitch a bit, but, you know. Well, we will see if you really are who you say you are.
Who is she?
And everybody should roll initiative. Skitch, I will say that you can definitely cast dash right now if you'd like.
Okay. We'll make this attempt right now. This is versus 15 because of the DC 25. So let me try this here, and I failed the spell. So
All right, so
because I didn't even succeed on the control check.
well, actually,
You did. The control check. You get
No,
a,
no,
basically get a
no.
+10.
No, that is the adjusted control check, assuming I'm doing a full round version of the spell.
yes,
You're just casting it is what you're saying.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I failed-
Skitch. Don't forget, you also get the bonuses from the naming and incanting on the control check also.
Yes.
So wait, did that reduce the control check to 5?
Effectively, yes.
Okay, then I did at least succeed in the control check.
So you don't lose control of the spell.
Okay. In this case, then me and my allies are now have dash, which will last for 5 rounds. The effects are listed in the description. I'll take my 5 damage. Is it basically double dice or double the value?
Double the result.
Double the result. So
You
it's
take
8.
10.
8.
Yes, 8.
Got it. All right.
Dash.
So, yes.
So double. You move twice your speed. You get a bonus to AC, attack rolls, and you can make an extra attack per round if you're doing a full round attack.
AKA the physical people be happy.
Yay!
Yes.
It doesn't hurt for you, Word.
It raises my not dying quotient nominally.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Alrighty. So I should probably add everybody to the initiative tracker.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I forgot to grab these two here.
Oh yeah, and then speed is now 60 as opposed to 30. That's the crazy part. It's like, what's your speed now? 60.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
And I rolled it good on my initiative too. So
I rolled terrible.
all right.
I did
and-
slightly less terrible.
All right.
Everyone starts acting like, wait a minute, who the hell is Ingram?
Well,
That
it's-
name hasn't even been spoken.
Yeah, she didn't say Ingram, so
She said, "What did you say? You said it's Eris, right? Ellis."
Ellis, yeah.
Ellis the Blue.
Alice
Ellis
the Blue. Alice of the Blue. All right, let me.
Who the hell is Ellis?
Apparently, the woman right behind.
Did I
you.
ever tell you guys about my buddy Keith? See,
Yes,
one time
yes.
we
I
go-
thought about that, and I was hoping no one would bring it up.
All right. So, yes. He gets a +2. Not so great. And Braden gets a +1. Not so good either. All right. So,
They're all going before me.
Not me!
I go before him.
Hack did not mean to move that. Nope. Stop that. There we go. They go on 11. He goes on 9.2. And he goes on 6.1. Lovely. All right. And now we sort.
I really wish that I had gone first. Because I was totally going to put these jerks to sleep.
All right, Leonard. You are up first.
Let's go.
What the
Let me make
hell?
sure I'm moving right. Here, then here, then here.
Okay.
And I will make a basic attack against Braden.
All right.
27!
That will definitively hit.
3 damage and 1 con damage.
All right. Well, con, fortunately, has a lot of for him. Well, losing con is never good, so.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so 3 damage. That drops into 32.
I have to say the wounding idea is a pretty good one.
Well, I figured it was like, I could just, throw some extra damage on the magic, or I could do something that will just, chip
Wreck
him.
everyone horribly.
Yeah,
Yeah, chip away at him.
because
Best
I can
part
heal,
is-
I'm not going to do very much damage.
Best
All
part
right.
is that will lower spellcaster's fortitude, which makes it harder to cast.
Well, and he's in my threatened range and all sorts of fun stuff. So.
Oh yeah.
All right. From behind the wall, a couple archers pop up.
Oh, hello.
They're up on the wall, sort of. You can sort of see the staircase up there. They're 10 feet up.
Oh, that's nothing. I can jump that.
I know you can. They're going to shoot at Leonard because he's right there.
Because, yeah, why not?
All right. And they're getting a bonus for this particular round. Not that
Nope.
it matters.
Okay, that one hits.
One of them hits you for 3 damage. Twang!
Alright.
Let's see.
Actually, is it okay if I say I want to move here instead?
Absolutely. All right.
Now everything goes.
Yeah, everything basically. Well, it's just the bandit warriors.
Yeah.
Let me just double check the bandit leader if he has a certain skill. I think he has. Yep, he does. Okay, good. He has a skill I thought he had.
All right, I got my fireball macro set up.
All right. Well, some of the bandits are going to move towards you guys. Yar, yar. Because well, duh.
Yarr.
Those two will move forward and they will attack Zarkov.
Bring it, puny villains.
Whiff, whiff.
They're bandits.
He's actually still sitting there scratching his head going,
Oh, he
where do
natural.
I know that name from?
He natural 1, too.
Yeah. All right. He's going to move in on you.
Okay.
That provokes. He's moving.
I'm not going to attack him. I've only got 1 attack of opportunity.
Right. So he'll move in and attack you. Arr!
He misses.
I know. Yar! these two are going to take up positions. They're not going to. They don't really have anywhere they can go this round, so they're sort of moving to flanking positions too.
Oh, I thought they were going to be in that position. Oh, I wish they were. Still
Jaxie,
there.
you're up.
Like, I wish they were still there. Oh well. Let's see here. What am I going to do? Okay. I'm going to throw down a fireball in such a way that the radius captures. Let's see. It's a 20-foot radius, so I can capture him, and him in the radius of it.
I think you're correct. Yes.
So let's try this out. It's time to get cooking. Well, I controlled it at least.
You take 12. You'll take 12 non-lethal damage.
I'll take 12 non-lethal damage, and those 4 take 24 fire damage, saving reflex save versus 17 for half damage.
Not bad, actually. It's not a bad.
And if spell resistance is needed, I roll a 24.
The spell resistance is not needed. None of them have any spell resistance.
Okay.
If I may interrupt, you also caught this guy if you focused it on this tile here.
Okay, then I got Bandit Warrior 2 as well.
Yep.
So,
Fireball!
Fireball!
All right, so I'm just checking their saves here. Okay.
Actually, shit, you got this guy too. You got all of them.
I did?
Oh yeah, he's within 20.
Oh, yeah, that is right.
Yeah, he is. Yep.
Yep, 20. Yep, he's 20.
They were in
Yep.
perfect fireball positions. Turned out.
Yep.
And I'm just outside of the radius.
Yeah, I goofed. Oh well, that's okay. Wow, these poor bandit gang members.
At the very least, they're going to be hit by 12, which is actually a nice amount to hit them by.
Oh yeah.
So the regular guys are 5s. Where's the leader? There he is. His reflex is yep. Okay. So for the mooks, 1, 2,
Fail,
3,
fail, fail,
4,
fail.
Oh god.
The boss has a better reflex save. He's got a +7.
And he succeeds.
You missed one, Mook.
I did this one.
No, you rolled 4.
No, he
I
rolled
rolled 4.
5.
Oh yeah, you need
Just
you need to.
Oh, that's right. You need to roll 5. That's right. Roll for 5th mook. All the mooks
Fail.
take 24 damage, and the leader takes 12 damage.
Wow.
Well, this is going to be much shorter than you expected.
Yes, it is.
Boom! And after that, I sort of pat Zarkov on the back and say, "He's all yours, champ."
Well, that was not what he anticipated. But I was like, okay, yes, in my minute. Kaboom! He sort of watched some smudge off his face.
I would picture that Jaxie has a small bowler cap on.
All right, well, that's it for Jaxie. Varl's up. Well, my original plan was to have him go after Leonard. But if he doesn't go forward and deal with the champ, he probably is going to his Braden is probably going to be in real trouble. Actually, you know what? And we should probably just take these guys off my initiative list.
And the champ has the AC 22 right now.
I
True,
know.
I do. Holy crap. Dash is awesome.
Yes, it is.
It was worth. It's worth taking the non-lethal damage.
Yeah.
All right. Just get those guys off the initiative list so they don't show up. Yeah. Now he'll advance on the champ, and he'll swing his sword at you. And he is significantly better than his boys. I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he is much better than his boys. He wishes he could have gotten flanks on you. Be able to sucker people in positions to get flanks, but he gets sneak attack damage. But
Oh well.
Ooh, he
That
still hits.
as I said, he's significantly better than his boys.
He indeed is.
He even gets a damage bonus.
What? Unheard of.
Not a huge damage bonus, but he gets a damage bonus. Hiya! Take 8.
That hurt. That'll take me 2 rounds to heal.
I see. I told you. All right. Braden's up. Braden will 5-foot step away from.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering.
He doesn't actually have to incant to cast his spells. That's the wonderful thing about being a goat man. You get con bonuses.
Oh.
I don't have to incant either. It just helps.
Yes. Fireball!
Oh.
Oh, this is going to be unfortunate.
Where's he putting it? Behind.
Yeah. Fortunately, my reflex is
Yep.
really good.
All right. So his 4th save bonus is with everything included. Let me check my little notes here.
I didn't make it.
Well, we'll see.
It doesn't matter.
No, he doesn't make it.
The base DC is at least wait a minute. No, oh shoot, my fireball DC was incorrect, but it doesn't matter. It didn't change any results. The base DC is 16 plus if the incantation is +2.
Yep. And plus your ability modifier, if I remember correctly.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So and it's a common spell, so that's his fortitude bonus.
That's right. So that means it's probably going to be at least 20.
DC 20, yes.
All right.
Well,
And I messed up on that.
All right. DC.
Actually, that would be a 14, and Ingram, that was a 16 for your save, just to let you know.
No, my reflex is 1.
Oh, your reflex is 1, so you include
All right. So that passes exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Because he did say the name.
This is gonna hurt.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do the damage for the spell.
All right.
I really hope you don't roll max. Oh, fuck.
That was not max, though.
Hurt.
It's not max, but
that's
shit.
in fact that is exactly average.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I
Um,
just got exploded again.
So basically, here's the thing: between my lethal, non-lethal damage, how do those two play against each other?
If they total up to exceed your maximum hit points, you're knocked out.
Okay, I'm knocked out already then,
I'm at 7 health.
because I have that takes me down to 14 hit points and 20 non-lethal. So, and I need to do a reflex save to prevent being thrown forward, and I do. So I don't get thrown forward. I just collapse down where I am. If anything, Zarkov feels like Jaxie hit up against his back as he falls down.
Yes. By the way, even if you were reduced to in killing damage, you would not be dying during this fight. This is not a serious drama fight.
No. Yeah. I mean, I'm unconscious because of the non-lethal damage.
I'm just letting you know that.
Yeah.
All right. And he takes 7 non-lethal.
It was still kind of worth it for me to do the fireball when I did, because it.
Oh, it was definitely
Oh,
definitely a good
totally
move.
worth it.
Because the bandit wizard was going to do that regardless.
Yes.
I should have positioned better. Oh well.
Learning experience.
Ingram.
I should have been here instead.
Yes.
No, don't worry.
He would have cast defensively in that case then, but
He's a good caster.
he is. It's his one trick is that he's a good spellcaster. I mean, he's not a.
I also found out he has a hit die 6.
He's a level 6. He's a level 6 wizard.
Okay, so bearing in mind that he's got fireballs to throw around,
And that really burned me bad. And yet I have a nice aromatically roasted smell about me now because I'm part lake dragon.
It smells delicious.
It's like, what smells so good?
damn it. Let's see here. Okay, right there. Okay, so
Ingrim is going to actually pace back here.
Mm-hmm.
So that if another fireball gets tossed, it's either going to have to be directly at her or directly at them. No combination of the two.
Okay.
Skype.
Eric, stop having Skype explode.
Skype.
Eric.
Sorry,
Eric.
Skype exploded. I'm back.
You might want to try restarting Skype.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. Actually.
Okay.
We need to throw a brick at your computer and try to fix it.
All this needs is a good few whacks.
So you move back. Doing anything else?
Yes, I do. Go!
Aha! Who are you aiming your laser breath at? Your cold breath,
Who else?
actually.
The fucker who just toasted me.
Right. Okay. DC
All
17 reflex. Well, his reflex save is nowhere near as good as his fortitude save.
Would you just blast with the ice laser?
The wizard.
Ah.
Hang on a second. I need to double check one thing. I'm making sure my math on this is correct because my math on it might be wrong. So I just want to.
Yeah, it's like spellcasters have shit reflex.
Yes, it is. I just want to check exactly what his base is. +2. Oh
Actually, you know
yeah.
what?
Oh yeah.
Actually, you know what? I just realized something. I'll let you settle this before I bring it up.
Yeah, he fails.
Hey, 19 cold damage.
Ow.
Nice.
And I forgot to do this before, but he has to actually beat my spell resistance. I completely forgot I had it.
Oh, you're
What is your
right.
spell resistance?
10. It's not much.
So it's
You'll probably beat it, but
it's
what,
D20 plus.
D20 plus caster level?
No caster level. Just at least I don't think you'd get the caster level. I am fairly certain you get the score modifier though. So he'll get his con bonus.
I remember reading this up here.
Oh wait, no, you
Actually-
do get caster. Okay, it's caster level and your casting score.
Yes.
So all right, he can't fail then.
Ah.
He's level 6 and he's got +4 con mod.
Actually, no, there is no modifier added to it for spell resistance.
Oh, it's just your caster level. That's right.
Yeah.
You got it.
Damn it, just barely.
Just barely.
Shit.
So let me recap here real quick with you, Peter.
Yep.
He dealt 7 damage to himself.
God damn Skype.
Yep.
Took 19 damage from the cold.
Yep. I'm doing math on that right now.
Okay.
He's low.
7.
Yeah, I'm just balancing in my head if I want to trip him or attack him, and I think I just want to hit him. So
I was going to do math here. So it's so that is. Yeah. Oh wow, he's really badly hurt.
yeah, I think if I hit him one more time, he's just gonna go down just because of the con damage.
Yep.
So.
That's very likely, actually.
Doing Constitution damage is very nice.
If he hits him one more time, that's another 6 damage on top of everything
plus
else.
2 plus it's 2 dice. So yeah, I can't do less than 8 damage effectively.
Yep. And that is effectively what he's at.
All right, cool. I think that's Zarkov's turn.
Yes, it is. Zarkov,
Eric, are you alive yet?
I'm alive. I'm back.
it's your turn.
Alright.
So, smoke clears. Zarkov's just sort of sitting there with his burning fists, which I'll activate now.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, you might feel/notice the collapsed Jaxie behind you.
Oh,
You just
You
got
barely.
barely made it.
And goodwill towards men smash. Bang. That
Misses.
Yeah.
this is damn it. All right,
Wait,
second
are you,
attack.
are you including your +2
you're
bonus there?
Yes.
Do you
Oh,
get
no,
like,
+2 for
dash.
Dash.
that hits?
So yes, that will hit.
Also, isn't this a full action? So
So-
shouldn't you be hitting him twice?
Yes, but I
he
can
was
only
about to
do.
the second one.
Yes, but I have a plan.
Okay.
So you hit him with goodwill towards men smash.
Right. Which he'll need to take a fortitude check that is 10 plus half my level, which is 6, so 3 plus 2. So he needs to make a 15 fortitude check to avoid being stunned.
Well, fortitude is his best save.
Ooh.
Yeah, not a problem.
All right. What next, Eric?
Well, I'm gonna do damage to him.
Yeah, well, he takes damage. There's not much you can do about that.
Bang.
Ow!
And, I'm gonna power attack him for 5.
All right, so that.
And remember, your extra attack for a full round attack is actually at your full base attack bonus.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is why I'm power attacking for 5.
He should have 3 attacks then, because
He only gets 1 attack per round right
I
now.
only get 1 attack per round. I am 1.
His base attack bonus is 5.
Oh, okay.
I just bought a
Because
lot
he
of
prestige
feats
classed,
and
yeah.
benefits.
And he also has a level in.
Oh, right. He's total level 6. That's right.
Yep.
Okay.
So 24 damage. 24 to hit that hits.
Yep.
Easily.
So then damage plus 15 now.
Oh dear lord, that's probably going to put him out.
Oh,
Yep, that puts him out.
bam!
You almost near max damage on that one there.
Wha-bam! Wha-bam! Screech.
Combo!
Goodwill towards men smash! Wham!
And Jaxie, of course, has like the X's over his eyes, over his visible eye. That is.
Actually, it's not the X. It's a spiral. You're
Spiral, that's
unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah, next beat's dead.
Dead or severely fucked up.
Leonard.
Right. I'll make a full attack.
Yep.
So 22 and 19 versus AC.
Plus another attack at plus 12
Oh, I got another one.
How
because
are you
you're
doing a How are you doing a full attack if you moved?
He did a 5-foot step.
5-foot step. You can
Yes.
still do a 5-foot step and still do
You
a
can
full
still
attack.
you can make a full attack if you make a 5-foot step.
Oh, okay.
You can 5-foot step. You can do a full round action and 5-foot step.
Okay. All right. That was one of those 3rd edition rules
Yeah.
that I didn't remember.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. But yeah, because of dash.
How does dash
Yeah.
last?
What?
How long does
5
it
rounds?
It's going
5
to last
rounds.
5
Oh,
minutes.
Jesus.
No, I think it said 5 minutes.
No, it's 5 rounds.
No, it's 5 rounds.
Did it?
Yep.
Well, I don't need the last attack anyway.
Yeah, no,
Unless I
he's
don't
out
have to.
like light.
Yeah.
I want to do it anyways to see how much you overdo it. What retribution?
Unless I'm allowed to direct the last attack at this other guy, I'm not gonna.
No, you can absolutely attack someone else.
Yeah, you can. Each
Okay.
attack can be against a different target.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, 1 round per level.
well then I want that second one to go against this guy.
All right, so roll. Yeah, roll, so you knock out Braden. Roll damage. Roll damage on Braden.
Well, okay,
I do need to. Okay, so
that's against the other bandit. Okay, so this will be against Braden.
Yep.
6 and 1 con.
okay, so he is unconscious. That's effectively 12 damage.
And then the other guy is going to take
All right, that's good to know. All right,
9 and 2 con damage.
9 and 2 con damage. All right, so that is effectively 12 damage, dropping him to 8 effectively. Archers are still standing.
The archers are still
fine.
alive.
I could prolong this bullshit.
But they
Or-
see that both. Yeah.
Ah! Run away! They basically hop out to the other sides of the wall and just go running off.
And then there was one.
Yeah, there's the.
Oh, that guy's not dead yet? Oh.
No.
No, but he's going to surrender.
Okay.
He just sort of drops his sword and goes, I give! Stop hitting me! Do you realize there's no way he's getting away?
Yeah. All right. I will set about like slapping manacles on people, tying them up with rope and stuff.
Okay.
I'm going to cast healing on Jaxie.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so yeah, that's totally fine. I wouldn't even need to call or incant that.
Okay.
All right, so what this is going to do is it's going to convert your lethal damage into non-lethal damage. When you have no lethal damage, then your non-lethal damage will start going away. The limit to this is half of your life max.
So let's see, was 35 halved would be 18?
17.
17.
So I can't go to full health from this. But
It'll get you on your feet faster.
oh, it'll give me the 31, but then that converts that to non-lethal damage, which means I would probably want to convert only up until I have 34 non-lethal damage.
How much lethal damage do you have right now?
Let me cancel and see.
It's got 21 lethal damage.
Yeah.
All right, so 17 of that gets converted into non-lethal.
But then I'd have more than my full health and non-lethal damage. Because I already have 20 non-lethal damage right now.
Yeah, but then
So
you'll
you
recover
get- so
7
you
of that in an
reduce-
hour.
No, that's still possible. You're just effectively negative non-lethal. That's not a big deal.
Yeah.
That just heals back.
It'll heal back quickly. It's just like, I'm still unconscious probably.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to be unconscious anyways, but
Yeah. So
it just means that when you come back up, you'll heal back to closer to full health more quickly.
yeah, this will
We actually
take.
come back to find Zarkov trying to feed you. Because food makes everything better, right?
Well, Engrim is going to try and hold the heal spell as long as she can here, so let's see how long that goes. Concentration check. Okay, 1 turn. Not 2 turns. Okay, so convert 8 lethal to non-lethal.
That would put me to full health. Then that would then put me up to.
No, that's all the healing I've done is 8 health. The maximum I can heal you is half of your life max.
Okay, I guess I thought you did that last turn.
No, see, that's the max he can heal. We weren't very clear, unfortunately. So
Okay,
he
so-
heals how much per round? You heal 4 per round.
Yes, it's 1 plus.
Oh, okay. I didn't understand.
So
I'm-
basically, you're sitting
I'm
there
still-
doing this.
I'm still making my macro for healing, so I wasn't even sure what the values were. So I get a heal total up to 29 hit points, and those 8 hit points can convert over, so I have 28 non-lethal damage right now.
Yes.
Okay.
So
And
yes.
so now I am conscious at this point. I think.
No, because he's only been converting lethal damage to non-lethal. He hasn't been removing any of your non-lethal.
Non-lethal
You're going to
damage
be
is going
unconscious
faster.
still, but you're going to be in better shape for it.
You're going to recover. You're going to recover faster because non-lethal goes away faster.
Before I was at shoot,
You were at
14.
your life max
no,
minus.
Okay, right.
eight.
That means I'm at. That means I'm at. I'm at. Yeah, 22. Okay, that's right. Again, it's just I'm trying to keep track of the two values, and it's difficult because.
All right. Word. You said you can do up to 17,
I can do up to half the person's life
which
max.
is 17 for him.
Okay,
Yes.
so I got. So I.
But
I
he only was able to do
only
8.
did two. Only able to do 2 rounds, and
So
those
it's
2
8.
rounds have been accounted for. So I've made the adjustments needed. So.
Okay.
We're all good.
So,
All right.
all right. Now I'm going to use it on myself because ow.
As the Crimson Shadow's companions heal themselves from their wounds, he begins gathering up his enemies and preparing his prize.
Okay, so 4 drain. Oof, that's gonna be rough. And then concentration check. Ugh, I only get them. So basically, I just wasted my time right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, screw it. I'll try again because ow. That's better. All right, that'll get me half drain.
Yep.
Concentration. Fuck. So in all of this, I recovered 1. Okay, so
I
I'm recovering 8 HP.
Since you're out of
but I'm
combat, you
using
can probably take 10 on
7.
your concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. I completely forgot about that because I never freaking used that.
It's like you're not actually under stress at the moment, so
Yeah, that's true. I completely
Taking
forgot about
10.
that.
Do it.
Yeah. It's easier on the drain. Okay, so that
I mean, you can't take 20 on it, but you can definitely take 10.
Yeah, which brings me over 20, which is the amount I need.
Exactly, that's my point.
So yeah. Okay, so then I now have.
It just occurred to me, I'm like, why did you just take 10?
Yeah. Okay, so that first cast, I'm only taking 1 drain, so then I have 15 non-lethal damage. Okay, Skitch, you are at.
All right, so the long and short of it is, when Skitch gets healed, basically recovered. So the important bit is, you've reduced his lethal damage by 17.
Yes.
And so whenever you come conscious, you'll have only, 4 lethal damage, and the rest of it's non-lethal. Correct?
Well, let me see here. Yeah, I'll be at 31 hit points, and then my total non-hit. That's what means my total temporary hit points at this stage. My non-lethal damage at this stage would be, 37. So
Right.
that means then after 1 hour passes, I'll be awake.
Right, so you'll be awake, and with only 4 lethal damage on you.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
That would have been a whole lot simpler if I had actually remembered about taking 10.
Yes. All right, so you have defeated the bad guys.
Okay.
Hang on.
So, amusingly, having defeated the bad guys, Zarkov goes digging in his bag, pulls out a bedroll and a blanket and a hot water bottle, puts it on your head.
I'll be unconscious for the next hour. So
Yes, Zarkov is taking care of Jaxie at the moment. So yes, Jaxie. An hour later, when you come to, you were basically in a bedroll with a hot water bottle in your head.
And a
Surrounded by dead
mouth.
guys.
and the thermometer sticking out my
They're
mouth.
not dead.
They're unconscious
Yes.
and tied up like in a corner over here or something like
They're
that.
simply crispy.
Yes, they're over here. I assume you want to keep the leader away from everybody else, right?
Yeah.
Except
put
for
my,
the goat guy who has frozen fur.
True. You want him over with the mooks?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what are you guys? What are you guys doing? Actually, we can got one more mook. I forgot to move.
I'm going to look around and see if I can find anything related to magical script or any other such thing.
Well, this is definitively a temple of some sort. It's actually a temple. It looks like it was a temple devoted to, and I can't remember the guy's name. Also, Volfeed, I think. The Water Dragon King.
That was Safeed.
Sifid, that's right. No, Sifid's the Fire Dragon King, isn't it? No,
No.
That I had them reversed. Volfeed's the Fire Dragon King.
Yes.
Didn't they get blown up in the War of the Monsters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't mean that there aren't priests to them.
Okay, just saying.
All right. So, would you like me to make a search check
Hang on one
or
second.
a knowledge arcana or something like that?
Just let me know when I would be awake in order to engage with the environment here.
No, Volfeed. I'm sorry. Volfeed's the dragon is the god of the overworld. My bad.
All right.
I had that wrong.
Yeah, Safeed is definitively the Water Dragon King.
Yeah.
Or Seafeed, however the hell you
Seafeed,
pronounce
yes.
it.
I'm just misremembering stuff.
Yeah, just whenever. I mean, for searching and otherwise, that's kind of my specialty anyway. So I'm not sure. So whenever I'm awake,
Yeah, Zarkov is totally babying you at the moment.
Yes. Well, it's a little bit. It's basically this is what we're doing during the first hour while you're waking up.
Yeah. And my search score is still pretty good. It's not as good as yours, but still good. So, let's see here. Search is 12. Ah, shit. 16. Yeah, I got a 16 on my search.
No, Sephid is the fire dragon.
What?
I'm looking it up right now.
Yay, Wikipedia.
Yeah. Anti-Aqua was Spirit of the Water Dragon. I don't think that was Sephid. I was just watching this the other day, a couple of days ago, so I was remembering some of it, but I'm blanking on the Water Dragon King, which is not Sifid. This is not Temple to the Fire Dragon. So, minor characters. This is one reason this book is one of the few things one of the reasons I really love the compendium thing at the back is there are some useful stuff in here. Just hard to find some of it sometimes. There we go. Crap. Doesn't say.
The Temple to the Water Dragon King.
The Temple of the Water Dragon King. I'll look up the name later. Yeah, they don't actually mention the name in the show. That's what it is. It's in the books. Ragradia.
I could have swore they mentioned it in the show.
I don't know. She's a servant of Sifid, but she's yeah. They may actually but yeah, Sifid is definitively the Fire Dragon King. Anyways,
Also, amusingly, I just realized that my melee attack bonus with my Gauntlets of Flame is actually plus 13, not plus 11.
yep.
Been rolling plus 11 this whole
Because you
time.
forgot the +2 bonus for the magic item. Magic
Yeah.
item. Yeah. All right. So, so your search check is a 16. You're able, from the outside at least, it's definitively there's not a whole lot out here. You can definitely tell it was definitely a temple to the to Sifid. It definitely has elements that sort of make it look like it was also part library at some point. It sort of has that look to it.
Should I roll another search to try and find books, or is that it?
Well, you won't find any out here. You'd have to go
No.
inside.
No.
You're in the courtyard at the moment.
I thought that was being assumed.
Well, if you want to go inside, that's entirely different, and you have to tell me that specifically.
Sorry. I suppose I'll wait for them to wake up first, because walking around alone as a witch is not a good idea.
That's up to you. So, yes, about an hour later, but that's sort of the information you can get from out here.
Alright.
Yes, about an hour later, Jaxie wakes up. By the way, Nick, what are you doing?
I have been tying people up and moving them.
Okay.
I specifically have a pair of masterwork manacles, which I will put on Varl, not
Yes.
Varl.
Barl. Okay, you have him in the masterwork cuffs.
If you make any noise about me helping out, I'll pretty much just walk over and throw them in the corner. Like literally pick them up and toss
I
them
will
in the
need your help
window.
eventually. Get them back to town because, yeah.
All right. So about an hour later, Jaxie wakes up.
How you doing, little buddy? You okay? Here, have some jerky.
I'm fine.
Jerky makes everything better. Eat it.
No. It's okay, champ. Save it for yourself. And Jackson sort of just works his way out of the sleeping bag and sort of walks out. The water pack thing just still on his head. So how does the place look overall?
I don't know. You fell over, so I punched the guy, and now I'm taking care of you.
I'm talking about the environment over here. He looks over to Leonard, and it's like, you see anything unusual around here other than, well, them?
It's a temple.
Yes, I said, is there anything unusual about it?
Not what I know.
You, Elise,
Hmm.
you notice anything unusual about this place?
Well, it was at one point a temple to the Water Dragon King. I was interested in looking in further. Seems like it may have been a library at some point, but, well,
Jaxie
I'm
has
not-
nothing else to add on this topic.
Nope.
I'm not one to wander about on my own. It's dangerous, after all.
Sure.
Here, take this. I hand you jerky. It's
Why,
dangerous
thank
to go
you.
alone.
I thank you.
Jaxie sort of
The
walks
Crimson
up and
Shadow raises an eyebrow.
Jaxie will sort of walk up to the steps and then walk on up to where the entrance was and sort of look in. It's like, huh?
You said it's been an hour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay.
Yeah,
By the way, I just did some poking. Seyfried was the one who fought Shabernigdo.
Yes, the first time. There were two big battles. We're not going to get into the argument right now.
Fine.
It's a temple to a dragon.
Yes.
Temple to
Yes.
this is the Water Dragon King, who is one of the Fire Dragon. The Fire Dragon King is the head sort of chief good guy deity.
So, now question is, were they using this place simply because it was available, or is there something inside here they're protecting, or looting, more or less?
Well, that seems like something worth investigating now, doesn't it?
I kick open the door.
What are you doing?
Well, the doors are actually open.
Oh, okay.
He kicks at the door
That
anyway.
door-
Steps
was
into
already
he
open.
steps into the room with great purpose.
As they step in, Jaxie just sort of holds up a hand, like, now, champ. Okay, from this point forward, we don't know whether this place is trapped up or otherwise. Let me take the lead when it comes to figuring these things out. All right.
All right.
At this point, the little ice pack on his head just sort of falls off onto the ground. Just sort of looks down. It's like, that probably needs to be cleaned up too.
I'll just pick it up and put it back in the bag.
Oh, I also want to make sure that when I tie everybody up, I'm going to strip them of their weapons and throw them on my bag.
Okay.
All right, let's see what's inside this place here.
Basically all the bandits are wearing leather armor and have long swords. Varl was wearing studded leather armor and had a masterwork longsword. He also had a bow. They didn't bother busting out. The only weapon you find on Braden is his staff.
Okay. Masterwork will fetch a nice price.
So I take it you guys want to head into the temple.
Yes.
Okay. Very well. Right. Now, I don't have actual maps, sort of in-game maps for this.
Well, if we don't have to fight in there, whatever.
There's not going to be any combat in here per se. So
Okay.
because that was not the intent. In fact, the
It
interior.
turns out the bandits were guarding a great demon that would have been broken loose and set up on the line. No,
I'm just sort of looking at. Basically, I'm just there to see like what loot there is in here.
Right. Okay. So as I was saying to Word, you sort of poke around inside. It's basically a big open. It's a big temple. The interior is in much better shape than the exterior is. Yeah. Okay. Your search check is very good, and you actually find something that of note, and I'll get to that in a second.
Sure.
There's my
You do find inside there are a bunch of rooms and such, and there are lots of like little prayer spaces, rooms where the priest might have stayed, prayer altars and such. But the biggest room in the building is the central, which is what is obviously the central library. In which there are a bunch of books. This room, because it's a library. Now, a lot of the books have there are a bunch of books that are no longer on the shelves. The books that aren't on the shelves are in terrible shape. They look like they're very old and have been moldering and have sort of falling apart. The books that are still on the shelves look like they're in near pristine condition.
I will reach over and grab one and give it a poke.
When you take it off the shelf, it looks like it's fine. Most of them seem to be religious texts dedicated to the various the various deities. The Fire Dragon King, the Water Dragon King, etc., etc. There are a few sort of history texts and such. It's mostly sort of just sort of interesting, sort of from an academic standpoint. It's that sort of level of interesting.
Yes, Jaxie takes a bit of interest in the various books from a lore standpoint and
All right,
history.
Jaxie, the thing that you actually discovered as you're poking around is that there is you notice that there's in the library there's a statue of the Water Dragon King, which has a small orb in one of its sort of claw-like hands, which you realize can be taken out. And in the orb, you can see that there is what looks like you realize quickly that it is a compass.
Huh.
Now, the interesting thing is the arrow on the compass is not pointing north. It is currently pointing southwest.
The
Is
bubbles rise from the pipe that Jaxie has in his mouth. He's like,
Awesome.
So yes, you've got so as a note, if people didn't notice in the little chat, he's wearing a deerstalker hat, magnifying glass, and a meerschaum pipe, which apparently is spitting up bubbles at this point.
and for those who don't know, deerstalker hat is the hat that Sherlock Holmes wears.
He's getting his parody on.
It depends on which version of Holmes you're talking about, but yes,
The one that Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
he wore a deerstalker once in the Holmes books.
Interestingly, that is what he's stereotyped.
That's because that's what
it,
Basil
yeah.
Rathbone wore.
Yeah, that's right.
I know a lot about Holmes.
Right. He's never actually described by name by Arthur Conan Doyle, but yes.
Yes, I know a lot about Holmes.
So Jaxie just sort of looks at the orb for a bit. It sort of taps at it. It's like, and also he's going to investigate to see if there's like a trap.
Sure, you can take a look. You can give me a skill check, detect traps.
Another search on that. See if there's a trap.
You find no traps.
Okay.
That's good
With
because
that-
Zarkov's just picked it up and he's looking at it.
Hey. Go and it back over here. Let's see here. So what of note would be southwest of here?
Off the top of your head?
Yeah.
31 on your lore master check. Okay. Well,
The plot lies in this direction.
the plot does lie in that direction, actually. But I get to give you more information about the plot in that direction. Extremely obscure, known by very few. Yes, okay. You got into the top category. Beautifully done, Sketch.
like Jaxie, this is his out of combat utility here.
Yes, well, that's why the Lord Master is awesome. Okay, yes. There are several things in that direction, actually. The most important couple things you can think of in that direction is the most important you can think of in that direction is there was on sort of on the southwestern coast. I think it's southwest. Let me double check my map to make sure there is a southwestern coast. I'm not an idiot. I might have to restate this as being southeast in a second. It's like I'm pretty sure southwest actually goes to the coast.
Yeah, the coast is generally
On the west side.
western
Yeah, it is. Okay, good.
within the barrier.
So yes, to the southwest, there is on the coast to the southwest. You remember reading in some obscure text, some of your books somewhere, that there was an ancient library of great renown that had several tomes of great import and power in it, but the library has been lost to time, and its exact location is a long forgotten secret.
Yeah, Jaxie sort of surmises, like, given that we were finding this in a library and it's pointing in the direction, that one, maybe this is linked to some object in a different library.
Well, a library of any sort, of any kind of history, has my attention.
Of course, naturally. But the question is,
Okay.
so basically, he looks up to the champs, like, basically it's pointing to another place with a lot of books in it, but possibly one that's more obscure and more important than even this one.
This place is important. Beyond the fact it was hosting evil.
The place wasn't hosting evil. The place just happened to be the location in which evil was using it as a temporary base of operation.
Right, and
But-
then we punched them, and that's over.
Anyways, so, but my suspicion is that the people that were here did not really notice this. Otherwise, they would have already taken this and had left because whatever's in this library that this is pointing to is probably more valuable than whatever this village here has going on in it. But, was your
Incidentally,
pro-
may I see that?
sure. And Jaxie just sort of holds it up and barely gets, him reaching up would still be about a foot short of reaching Ingrim's face. So,
Ingram is going to just take it right out of his hand and observe it.
It's a small sphere, maybe an inch and a half across. Inside of which is floating a metallic-looking little sliver. It's It's very clearly a compass. It's got sort of the needle is definitively pointing to the south, roughly southwest, or somewhere between south and southwest. It's mostly southwest, but a little bit off towards the south.
Right. All right. After being satisfied with this, Ingram is going to place it into her usual inventory.
hey. Why
What?
are you holding on to that?
Well, I imagine few are going to try to take it from there.
I don't know what I've missed. I had to go down and greet relatives. Yeah.
So why don't
we
you guys
found,
fill
we
Nick
found a
in?
magic compass that's pointing to ancient library.
Okay.
Well, probably
only
pointing to ancient library.
The only thing that let's see, the last one was you were poking around the shelves. So
All right. So what happened was that that Jaxie found in the claw there's a statue to the Water Dragon King in the library itself, and in one of his claws he's holding a small sphere which turned out to be a compass that is pointing to the southwest. Jaxie made a remarkably epic lore master check roll to recall from studying stuff that there was an ancient library back there that has been long lost and forgotten, that supposedly contained many books of great power and import. But it has been lost at least as long. People think it's probably been lost about as long since the War of the Monsters Fall, which was about 1,000 years ago.
I see.
Jaxie just sort of says, "May I have that, please? I'd like to hold on to it."
And Ingram just stuck it in her cleavage.
She's moving too.
I'll get it.
Leonard politely averts his eyes.
Sir, out of respect for your combat prowess, I ask that you unhand me. Elsewise, I am going to take action.
Oh, hold on. Got it. Boonk.
Like Jaxie just like sort of stares at Champ. First, hand me that thing, Champ. Secondly,
Oh crap! What did I just do?
you better apologize.
Yeah, Ingram's going to slap. Is going to slap him. You call yourself a crusader of justice? How
I know,
dare
I know.
you?
Person, bad habits. They're sorry.
Slap, 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 slap.
Jaxie will take the time to
What kind of justice do you protect?
put the orb
The
away
Crimson
carefully.
Shadow has no desire to gaze upon this lewd act as the great troll dies his hand between.
Jaxie just sort and he will say to Elise, he'll just say, "I apologize for his actions." That's all I can say.
Really sorry. Bad habits.
Ingram's just going to take it right back from Zorkov and put it back where it was.
I
Actually,
thought
Zarkov already handed it to Jaxie, who was
Jaxie,
holding
and I
on
had
to
already
it.
Oh, we
put it
did.
away.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah.
I was a bit distracted.
Yes.
You're too busy slapping me around.
It's like
It's too busy
at
being
this point, Jaxie will sort of emphasize, like, look, there's basically three things that I care about doing in my time around here. One is to find the things. Two is to figure out stuff, and three is to make sure that the champ here is not getting himself in trouble, is well fed, and is doing his best to kind of keep everything going smoothly.
Well, he's certainly challenging you on the trouble part.
Oh, it's not nearly as bad as it used to be.
I can
I
actually
don't
vouch for
think
this.
I don't want to think about this.
It's like, look,
But I
this
will
is
say that being a mage, I am interested in finding any kind of spellcraft that I can.
naturally. I was going to say, chances are, if the place of interest of both of us, we might as well both head there together.
And my question to you is, where do you think they're going to, people who are interested in stealing it are going to be more likely to check? The small one or the sorcery one?
Well, I will say this: you draw more attention than I do.
Mm-hmm.
He
Zarkov is
has
sitting
a
there
point.
nodding sagely.
He has a point.
And your point is?
If anyone, basically, me being able to maintain a lower profile and not being noticed as easily is
Really
an
low.
advantage for keeping. It's an advantage for keeping things out of people's sight. People don't assume that I carry around magical stuff because I have this eye patch here as I point to my eye covered by eye patch, which is inexplicably the wrong eye from what was covered earlier. Because between this, my occasional book or two I might pull out, and my chef's gear, people think that I'm just some unassuming little fox guy that helps out this guy by making him dinner. And the more that people think that of me, the better it is for me to keep things secret that need to be kept secret.
I must admit, you have a very valid point then.
Besides, Elise, you have a reputation that precedes you, as do you, as I point over to Leonard, as does my friend here.
I didn't even say I wanted it.
I say, like, you. Nobody seems to know or care who I am. Which, to be
I
fair,
do.
Aww.
of course, except for you, Zarkov, and I appreciate that every single day. What I mean is, in the scheme of things, if someone's going to try to think that someone's going to be carrying something important, it's most likely not going to be me.
Fine. I assume then that we'll be heading out in that direction immediately.
After we go back to the village and ensure them that we've taken care of the problem and possibly dragged a few of these guys over for you to handle. I assume you're going to be collecting on these guys at some point. As I look over to Leonard.
All right, cool.
What do you? Where do you turn in
Actually,
people?
can I make
my?
my sense motive check against Leonard now that I'm actually caring about present company more?
Sure.
All right. Let's see. I think mine is a 9.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, she's actually
no,
very
it's
good at
just
this.
a 5.
Ah, beat that! Don't beat that. Oh, I think it's blown.
Enrim's going to extend a finger and lift his chin. Wait a minute. I know you.
All right, at that moment, everyone give me a listen check.
Hey,
Ah,
listen.
hell.
What is
It couldn't be a spot check.
It's not a spot check.
I rolled a just flat 18.
Yeah.
I rolled the highest.
All right. Well, everybody but Engrim. Engrim,
I'm
everyone
focused.
hears something from outside.
Oh, did you hear that?
Everyone but Engrim hears very specifically the word levitation.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
God damn it.
Actually, that's not levitation. It's Ray Wing. Sorry, my bad. Ray Wing's faster.
I'm okay. As that's happening, I'm trying to
Ray
think.
Wing.
I was
Go
trying to
hit
think
in
of.
in the one place and that would never be checked, but no.
No, you're hearing it from outside.
I know.
Right.
This is me speaking in the fourth wall.
Okay.
It's like looks like we got to go back go and check on
Yes,
the
we should go do that.
check on the bounty. That is.
I thought it was going to happen at some point. I thought it was an opportune moment to do it.
The Crimson Shadow attempts to disperse to rid himself of the crimson blush on his face, while rushing to make sure that his prey is still kept under wraps.
All right. Well, you run back outside, and almost all the bandits are still out there, minus the goat sorcerer,
Okay,
who seems to have made his escape check.
Well,
that's a good escape check.
It is.
Is the bandit leader still there?
Oh yeah, he's there. He's
All right.
screaming upset. He's screaming at Brayden. Come back here and bring me with you, you bastard!
Brand's
I'll
like,
also
"Oh, I
start
can't get
screaming upset. He's come back here and face justice.
Like Jaxie's just like, well, we're probably gonna have to, well, given my luck, we'll have to deal with him at some point later on. He just
I'll
looks
have my
over-
revenge on you, people.
He looks over the
You
Leonard.
cannot escape the righteous and just punishment coming your way.
This is a
Question
GM's option
is-
escape.
Is the guy visible?
Technically, yes.
Okay, but he's not within 100 feet.
No.
No. Okay.
How far away is he roughly?
very long.
By definition, by GM fiat, not in spell range.
Got it.
Is he close enough for me to throw bandits at him?
You can try, but you won't hit him. If you'd like to, you can throw bandits after him if you'd like. They won't hit.
Jaxie just holds up a hand. It's like, I propose we take at least him, as he points over to Varl, and as many of those guys as we can, and drag him back to town to have him dealt with.
Varl should be more than sufficient.
I agree. So what should we do with the rest then?
We'll take which ones we can manage. In the meantime, Varl will serve as proof that we've defeated the bandits, and we can get some authorities here to collect the rest.
Fair enough. I'm pretty sure.
This man knows his business.
I'm pretty sure that whatever guards they have in the town should be at least able to handle these ruffians here.
I'm gonna go over to Varl. You can either walk or I can knock you out and the troll will carry you.
Fine, I'll walk.
All right. At least you're making it easy for us.
You got me locked up in these. How did that bastard of a goat get out of his? Ah!
Well, unfortunately, the ways of magic make things.
He did have a lower DC to make.
Hey, I noticed you put the better handcuffs on Varl.
And it's like,
Well, let me put it this way: it might have made more sense to put them on the craftier one, but Varl probably has the higher bounty.
Oh, he does. Brayden doesn't have a bounty on his head.
So there you go.
it's like, well,
It was a business decision.
It made perfect sense.
it's like what's happened in the past is unchangeable. All that matters is your future, which will probably be spent doing something unpleasant, but that's for other people to know. Just sort of walks off.
I'm not sure I understood what you just said.
I don't understand half of what he says.
Don't worry about it.
So yeah, I guess at this point, Leonard is going to lead Varl. I'm gonna tie a rope around his manacles so I can lead him.
Yeah, you guys. Basically, the bandits can be led down. They'll come along.
And I will very purposefully, go down the path and not look at Engrim as we go.
Engrim, meanwhile, is going to contribute nothing to the hauling effort because wizard, and is going to stay as close to Leonard as possible because it
Looking
amuses
straight
her.
ahead.
Yes. This amuses her. She
Got
pursues.
the blinders on.
I'm trying to think what would be the appropriate hat to indicate that Jaxie's acting as like some sort of authority figure.
Please, Cap.
Anachronistic,
Dusty
maybe.
roads. No.
It's not like Slayers ever does anachronism. No.
That would be pretty much Jaxie's sort of running gag is, hats that describe what he's doing at the particular time.
Yeah, I've kind
like
of
it.
noticed that.
Yeah, you can wear a cowboy hat because you're like hurting them.
that would make more sense. Yes,
Yes, put a cowboy hat and right on my shoulders.
it's like a white brim duster, on. Kind of like what? Oh, look, kind of like what Gillis would
a
wear.
Keystone Cop hat.
Don't get him.
Okay. All right. So as you continue wandering, going down the path, I would say Leonard and actually everybody can give me a listen check. Leonard and Engram, since you're both closest to him, get a +5 bonus because you're closer.
Are we assuming that another hour has passed by?
Yes.
At this point. Okay, so we're down to 23.
And Leonard, you actually hear very clearly what Varl is muttering under his breath. Basically, Engram, you can make out a little bit of it, but what Varl's basically saying is he's basically sort of grumbling about Braden. He's saying, I haven't seen him in years, and he shows up saying, out of the blue. Turns out all he wants to do is root through the library, says he's looking for something important. I don't know what. Bastard said he was going to help out and runs away the first opportunity. Bastard didn't bring me with him. Could have just at least cast a levitation spell on me. Bastard. I don't know what the hell he was looking for, but he said it was important. Something in the library hidden. Yeah, bastard.
Leonard chooses to keep.
Out of my own sense of self-amusement, I'm going to cast levitation on the guy while he's still roped.
Awesome.
And so also he looks at it.
I don't need to incant it.
I know you don't.
Levitation.
He sort of looks. He also goes, wait, what?
Engram just kind of grins.
Oh, he did ask for it.
That he did.
You just cancel if I try to get away.
Okay, so let me see here. All right, so I'm assuming that what I gleaned from that is that none of this was actually Varl's idea.
Well, no. So the bits of information you actually get out of it is that Varl, Braden tipped him off about this place at some point, and then, but Varl was basically putting a bandit in. Braden told about this place as a great base of operations. You get the impression that Braden probably did that so he could have somebody sort of clear out the place, and so that he could actually do a search for something important in there that he was looking for. It sounds like he didn't find it.
Just a minor retcon. I cast levitation on myself because it's personal range, and I carry the guy myself for a little bit.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind because the authorities don't need to know that. Who cares?
Yep.
Ow.
Sorry.
So yes, you eventually get down to town.
I'll find the sheriff / mayor / authority figure who has a cell.
Yep, they're able to.
Behold, puny villagers, you no longer have to worry.
Now pay me.
Yes, you are given your bounty. Honestly, insert number here. It's not going to be. I'll let you guys know.
It's not game shattering.
Well, no, it's more importantly, we're not going to be keeping super strict track of money given the sort of genre.
Yeah.
But let's say total bounty's probably about. I'd say it's probably 5 ahead for the regular bandits, 5 gold ahead, and for the leader, it's probably 100.
Ooh, nice.
So enough to requisition the supplies for a lengthy journey.
Yeah, 130 gold easily. Let's make it around 200 gold total, actually.
Fair enough. Well, after collecting his bounty, the Crimson Shadow turns to his companions and says, "Thank you."
Certainly. So then, will you
Always
be
glad to help.
will you be joining us as your alter ego?
Alter or what now?
I'm going to kind of like lead Ingram a short distance away from the other two. Just give me.
Oh, you mean you don't want me to tell everyone that you're the very shy man from the restaurant? Then I suppose you'll have absolutely no problem with joining us on this journey.
Jixie, can you hear what they're saying?
No. No, I'm still worried about what I'm gonna make for dinner for you, since I kind of pulled all the stops for lunch.
I've had this terrible craving for lake dragon lately.
Huh. If only we had any around that we could use.
Wait. Why?
Because you're useful. Ingram just smiles.
How long?
What was that?
How long?
How long? Okay, I thought. Okay. As long as this journey takes. Don't worry, if you need to go off and do your job, I certainly won't stop you from doing that along the way. And I wouldn't be so brash as to make these requests without offering my own service to such an effort.
No one would believe you.
Wouldn't they?
Nope. Nope, definitely not. No.
All right, well, let's go back and tell the rest of them.
Okay. All right, just ruin my reputation.
You're adorable, you know that?
Ruin my reputation too. Shut up.
Okay.
The Crimson Shadow is not adorable.
Oh, but you are, and I give him a small kiss on the cheek.
Completely freezes up.
Get a room, you two!
This is around a corner. You can't see this. Shut up.
Though the music.
I'm checking one of the spells to make sure the macro works for it. Yes, this will be fun.
That's one of my absolute favorite spells.
What's like the best part, Peter, is like this in conjunction with this.
Oh, I know. I'm aware. All right.
Actually, you lean over to give him a kiss on the cheek as I come around the corner with food. Turn around to my heel and leave.
Right, I'm leaving. All right. So, unless there's anything else you guys want to do that you want to touch on before this, this is basically the end of what I had prepared for this week. I wanted to just sort of do an intro session to help get a feel for the system,
Yep.
And set up the actual sort of first little plot arc I'm working on.
Mm-hmm.
You'll eventually find out more about as we're going along what exactly might be in that library.
It gives me some ideas about what I need to do to alter my character up a little bit. Like one of the things is I couldn't really figure out what his equipment loadout should be.
Right.
After this, one of the things I might do is replace the hand crossbow instead for a magic talisman that helps augment him casting common spells.
Sure.
Like get a +3 version of that.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. I agree.
That would be 9,000. Is that how much your crossbow was worth?
No, but I even with the crossbow, I still have over 13,000 gold available.
All right.
'Cause
Just as a reference, the talisman duration is based on your charisma modifier.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Okay, just making sure.
And Jaxie's charisma is actually very good. So,
I have it will at least last for 3 rounds. So,
And it's the same for mine. I just didn't really have any need to use them back there.
all right. So, Thanks everybody for listening. I hope everybody had a good time. We'll be back. I think we'll be off next week. Because I believe Nick said you're not going to be around, right?
That's correct.
All right. And I could use a week off to do some prep work for both Mutants and Masterminds and for this. So we're going to be off next week for any games, and then we'll be back on for Mutants and Masterminds the week after, and then Slayers after that. So thanks everybody for listening. I hope everybody had a blast. We'll see you guys soon. Take care and keep on gaming, guys. Good night.
Good night, humans.
Bye.